Right, so welcome back to Spelljammer. In the last session, you were tasked with retrieving a meteorite. I know, wait, that's the wrong fucking session. Where is it? I don't know, you were tasked with retrieving a meteorite, but first you had to board a derelict tyrant ship because you needed a way to travel to Hecatha, a planet that is occupied by mostly beholders and spectators and stuff like that. And to get there, you would obviously need a undercover ship you could make your way towards the planet Hecatha. So you boarded with your fellow spelljamming cadets. You boarded this derelict tyrant ship that was floating in orbit above Toril. However, after installing a spelljamming helm aboard the ship, you ran into some trouble. A fire aboard the tyrant ship killed your supervisor, Petty Officer Winston Ryback, and an investigation following revealed that Cadet Micken Haverstance was the saboteur. After his capture and interrogation, and Rohan placed him inside one of the beholder's egg-like sleeping chambers, Micken told you that he'd been hired by a mercane named Vokath, who, as far as you've been made aware, holds a grudge against one of the Spelljammer Academy founder, the Merciless. In response, you were told, and you contacted, with your given sending stone, you contacted Bosun Tarto, and you were basically left to sit aboard this derelict beholder ship and wait for reinforcements. It would have taken a whole day for the crew of the Flighty Foundling, the ship that dropped you here, to re-arrive to rendezvous with you. So feel free to all take the benefits of a long rest, and if there's anything you guys would have done in that 24 hours, then feel free to let me know.
I need to do Rohan's injury, right?
Yes, you would, yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
I realised that I wasn't doing my injury as properly as I should. I can't dash.
Yeah,
Dashing multiple times in the last session.
Can't dash.
Can't dash.
Shit.
Well, let's say as a result, Barnabas, I think you would be quite exhausted from pushing yourself to your absolute limit. So
good show.
I would say you gain a point of exhaustion but thank you for being honest as well. So you can get a point of inspiration as well.
Ooh.
Well, nat 20 for his recovery. Well, his yeah.
That's a point of inspiration as well. Nat 20s are giving the point of inspiration as well now. And remember to track them in your inspiration item, because you can have
I just found that.
Points. So the Flighty Foundling would return and rendezvous with you over after the day aboard the tyrant ship ends, a stressful and tense day. You would be surrounded by fellow crew members, if you remember. Obviously Micken within the pod itself, but also you'd be surrounded by Cricklet, the three-keen companion. You'd also be with Fred, the plasmoid companion, who had a lovely little whistle in his step. And of course your newest friendly companion, Whizpop, the auto gnome who you've found and rescued on the tyrant ship after you found him within the holodeck, being attacked by a number of clockwork horrors.
Cool.
But the Flighty Foundling does return and reunites with you. And on board, you are greeted by not only Bosun Tato, but also Seth Abenzine, who they quickly take over the situation, and your fellow cadets, including the Autonom Whizpop, are quite quickly whisked back to Spelljammer Academy. But Bosun Tato tells the three of you that now that you've implanted this spelljamming helm into this tyrant ship, though your destiny lies elsewhere, you must remain aboard, and you won't be travelling to Hakatha by yourselves. Seth and Bosun Tato have taken command of the mission for now and brought some supplies with them. You see Tato grimaces and gnaws on a cigar as she begins to assign you dull tasks, getting the ship in sort of tip-top, sort of military-grade order, and Seth himself takes control of piloting the tyrant ship with the newly installed spelljamming helm. They would also, Bosun Tato, considering you're going into dangerous territory, would supply you with, or not Bosun Tato herself, but she would, you'd see Seth would approach each of you, and he, with the silvery magic behind his eyes, he would come to each of you, and he would thank you for each of your jobs involved, and he would show definitely there would be some great sadness in the loss of Winston Ryback, but he assures you that his body will be taken back to the academy, and we will make sure he has a proper funeral.
Bruhan would want to put one thing in, just
ahead.
to do with Winston. It'd be like, it's a shame Winston's gone. What's the cafeteria gonna do now, man? He was all about the beans, bacon, the whiskey, and the lard. Have you got someone lined up for that?
It'll never be quite the same, I'm afraid. You can see Seth usually is a very smiling, kind of like always a person who seems on top of things, and always quite arrogant, but not in a cruel or nasty way. Just someone who's very self-assured of themselves, and is quite like a grin, always like a curled smile and a grin about them. But on this particular day, he does not seem happy or pleased. He looks genuinely quite hurt by the loss of Officer Ryback, and he says that's all he says. He says it will never be the same. And in response, he also says, we need to make sure that going forward in our mission, the Bosun Tato, we need to make sure, has commanded me to. You can see he's like genuinely flustered for words, but he sort of shakes his head and he's like, let me compose myself. Each of you have done a fantastic job, not only in the academy so far, but particularly in securing this vessel. It is of the utmost importance of our next mission, which I can assure you will possibly be the most dangerous mission you've faced so far. And should you complete it, well, it looks like graduation will be round the corner. However, I do not expect you to go into such dangerous territory without a little bit of my own touch. And then he walks along in the line. He touches like each of your weapons, or if you don't have one, he sort of supplies you with like a sort of basic weapons, and as he does, he sort of touches them, and this sort of silvery magic sort of leaves his eyes, and sort of you see, like, if any, like, you were paying very close attention, you can see the magic runs down through his arms, and it's silvery magic through the veins in his arms, which sort of pop out more as the magic sort of runs down and it flows into these things themselves. And as a result, Barnabas, you can add a +1. Is it? What gun do you have? I can't remember the name of it.
A musket.
A musket, thank you. A +1 musket to your inventory.
Amazing.
Rohan, you can add a +1 shield to your inventory.
Oh shit.
And which would be emblazoned with the Spelljammer Academy symbol on the front. And finally, Rulara, you get a +1 Wand of the War Mage.
Oh.
And
Which you can all add to your inventories. Afterwards, you're assigned your duties, and the trek to Hakatha begins. It takes many days, and after you arrive, the planet's description doesn't really do it justice. Hakatha is a watery disk, thousands of miles wide, with a towering mountain in the centre called the Spindle. Seth maneuvers the tyrant ship so that those who might look out the window on your descent onto Hakatha might see other tyrant ships that float past Jodie, but Seth's careful piloting avoids them, keeps a wide berth, and none of them seem to notice your descent towards this planet. I will put a picture also in Discord.
Damn. So we're behind enemy lines.
You are behind enemy lines, definitely. Let me pop that in the chat for you. That is what it would look like on the approach. Once that decides to load. Eventually, Seth maneuvers the tyrant ship closer and closer towards Hakatha until it only hovers a few feet above the surface of the water at the spindle's edge. Bosun Tato flicks away the stub of her smouldering cigar as she orders you to unfurl a rope ladder. Here's the deal, you see. You have one sending stone and I have the other. When you find the meteorite, contact me and let me know, then await further instructions. She tosses you a satchel, Barnabas, and says, "That's a bag of holding. Use it to contain the meteorite. The impact site is nearby. If the meteorite isn't there, search the nearby caves. Seth and I will stay here and guard the ship." So,
shit.
you are behind enemy lines, now on the planet, on the sort of the rocky kind of shore of the shore of Hakatha itself. You see waves drifting in and out behind you, creating a calming atmosphere. You almost feel like you can you see above you these sort of flying like manta ray type creatures that kind of make this large like cooing sound as they sort of fly overhead, or some of them swooping a little bit, but they sort of slowly hover in the air above you, and the tyrant ship continues to float at the sort of edge as Seth sort of parks it within reach, so you can return if you need. You can see searching the shore for the meteorite. It doesn't take you long. Even without perception checks, it would not take you long. Even without it, you can see that in the dim light of the distant sun, you can see a blemish on the face of the spindle where something must have struck it at a great speed. It's obvious. It shattered the rock and it leaves a huge indentation. Whatever struck the mountainside tumbled down towards the shore, leaving a furrow of melted rock in its wake. The meteorite itself, though, you look around and there's nowhere to be seen.
Damn it. We'll have to go into the caves.
I'm alright going in caves, man. We were just in a floating cave.
I suppose this is what a real mission is like. Got to do the dangerous things.
Yeah.
Deep breath.
Let's get
Okay.
some slightly different music, shall we?
Natalie,
Yes.
I can't change Rohan's health. I think it's since it on Roll20.
Oh, weird. They've done a recent thing updating tokens.
Yeah,
Yeah. What health is he meant to be at?
35, and his armor's 15 now.
Let me quickly try and change this.
I sort of noticed it earlier when I was doing stuff. I think whatever that bar is linked to, you have to change that, but I don't know where
Yeah.
that is.
Just going to...
So his character sheet. Okay, apparently it's linked to his character sheet somehow. Oh yeah, don't worry, I've pretty much done it.
Oh, you've done it. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Cool. So you stand on the shores below. Below.
Yeah,
this...
Barney wants to look around for some caves. He told us to go in the caves if it's not immediately apparent.
Yeah. So Barney, you begin to look around, and it doesn't take you too long after searching the area, and you find a single set of tracks leading from the place where the meteorites you think came to rest. And looking beyond, you see there is a 15-foot wide, 20-foot high cave mouth at the base of the spindle, about 250 feet away. Make a quick survival check for me, please.
Oh. Disadvantage from exhaustion.
Even with a 10, that is the DC you need to meet.
Oi!
You see these tracks, and they're quite large. They look like they belong to some kind of large giant of some kind, possibly an ogre.
Man. We need to be careful. There's I think an ogre or similar might have our meteorite. And he'd unsling his fancy musket. Make sure it's all ready to go.
I saw an ogre once, man.
Yeah? Whereabouts?
He came to Undercliff Village, and he smashed the place up, and then he went home.
I see.
Must have had to fix it up. Yeah.
There wasn't much to fix up, really, Rulara. It's pretty shit there.
Oh, I see. What does the ruler know about ogres? Was it?
Do a nature check for me. Let's see what you do know about ogres.
Not much.
A 9. And are you proficient in nature?
No. Oh wait. Oh, yeah, I am.
You
Yes.
are proficient in nature. That does make a difference because it does lower the DC somewhat. I'd say if you weren't proficient, it probably would have been something like a DC like 12.
Okay.
But with that, I'd say it probably lowers it at least to sort of a DC 8 to get a decent amount of information. Nothing, you know, you would probably get more if you succeeded by more. You just know that ogres are basically as lazy of mind as they are as strong of body. This average ogre stands between sort of 9 and 10 feet tall, and they can weigh close to 1,000 pounds. They are big creatures. You don't know much about them beyond that. You've not really studied them in detail, but you know they're big, aggressive. They tend to be like have quick tempers.
Big and stupid.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we don't even need to fight it. Maybe we can just trick it away from the meteor, grab it, and go. Save some resources, maybe.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
No
Alright.
need for unnecessary bloodshed. Could one of you
Turn into a badger?
I was actually going to say hold this, and he holds out. I've got in my inventory a lantern. I think at some point I had like a lantern.
I think you might have had a bullseye lantern.
It's probably with all the
right.
stuff in that from last time, right?
Quite possibly, yes.
But anyway, It's going to be dark in the caves, so. And he kind of gestures awkwardly at the cane.
Yeah. Well, maybe we don't even need to worry about the lantern. She just casts light on your cane.
Oh,
Finally.
wonderful. Thank you. As he sort of looks down with disgust that he's trying to mask. He's like, excellent. Yep, thank you.
Rohan would be like, do me!
How many lights can I actually cast at a time?
Does it cost concentration?
No.
No.
Then I think it just.
Yeah, it says on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just slap it on anything, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Well, she put one on herself as well, something she's wearing. And
Here we go.
Rohan as well.
Only on one thing at once. The spell ends if you
okay.
cast it again or dismiss it as an action.
Okay, just on your cane then, honey.
All right. I'll lead then.
I'll follow behind. I'm not very good in the dark either.
Listen out for sounds, and he sniffs with his big hippo nostrils and smells.
Should I turn into a badger?
You can do it as you please, Rohan. There's no need to ask.
Well, I might be good at following the tracks if they disappear, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
I'm just like, watch out for the moon, badger! And he'd slowly turn into a badger.
Okay, so are you moving off ahead, Rohan, or are you staying with the group and just keeping...
He's staying with the group, and if the tracks go like fade, he's gonna try and use his keen smell to work out where this ogre might have gone.
Oh, smart! I like that. That's a very clever idea. Let me just switch up the music. Let's do this. It's a bit too. Apologies. I'll just find a good piece. Let's do. Probably this one. Oh, yeah, that's a good shout. So let me across to this. So the 15-foot wide passage opens into a large, rough chamber with a sunken floor. A misshapen, vaguely oblong lump of metal sits in the middle of the chamber. Rohan, you'd be the first to spot it. You're following the tracks down, your keen sense of smell, you already start to pick up a sense coming ahead of you. Can you do a perception check for me?
Are those things meant to be on a DM layer?
No.
Oh, shit. Wait, perception?
Yes. Your characters can't see this yet.
Okay.
A 19. Very nice. Rohan, you do begin to sort of sniff out something in the air, a strong smell coming from the back that's like a pungent kind of body odor like smell, and then the smell of kind of a cleaner smell, kind of almost like mutt hides it. It's like it's kind of like that smell when you go into like a humid room, like a tropical kind of rainforest or something. It smells like that, and it's hiding. You can, with your 19, you get like a scent beyond that smells a lot stronger. And does would you still be using your light here, Rilara, or do you think as you were getting closer?
Well, it depends. Does she know how close we are? Because if so, she'll just turn it off.
You would be on the edge of the map. If you want to place your tokens there, you certainly can.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know that we're getting close, so unless someone says.
Rohan's the leading party here, so it's up to sort of him in badger form.
How bad does it smell?
It's strong. It's a pungent smell.
Mm. I think when he gets like a stronger whiff of that, he would like stop and like just kind of sit on his haunches and just point forward and shrug.
Mm. Maybe time for stealth, Barney. Mm.
Yeah. I wonder if killing the light will make us rather awful at stealthing. Perhaps we can just shadow the light a little bit.
Yeah, block it from too much.
Let's just take it slowly, cautious approach.
Rohan, as a badger, point at the floor and you start burrowing down.
I like it a lot.
He's going to try and follow them.
Point of inspiration for Rohan. It's a very cool...
I've got too much.
You got 5 now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Saving it.
You can save it. It'll be very good and useful. So, as you get a little bit closer, the light from your staff is sort of no longer needed. As you start to see, there's a ray of light that's sort of streaming down from a hole in the cavern ceiling as Rohan kind of like sneaks forward in badger form and kind of like peers around, as giving you an idea of where what he's smelt is coming from, and then dives into the ground and starts burrowing as he does. You peer around the corner, and at this distance, I won't require you to do a stealth check, but you can see, hovering near the meteorite, are 2 identical creatures, each one a slimy green orb with a large central eye and 4 writhing eye stalks. Gathered around them are half a dozen smaller creatures of similar shape, each no bigger than a grapefruit. And you see, sitting at the back, the source of the truly pungent smell, the body odour that Rohan picked up, is sitting on a 5-foot-high shelf overlooking the chamber is a massive yellow-skinned ogre with one cyclopean eye. I always struggle to say that word. The ogre like yawns and sort of blinks slowly, appearing quite tired.
Are they all facing the ogre?
They are all gathered around and facing the meteorite itself.
Oh.
If you wish to do any checks to try and gather more information, I will require a stealth check.
I think Rohan's just waiting underground to see if he hears anything happen above.
Yeah, I think Rohan, you would be able to quite easily, with your perception, just from your previous perception roll, you'd be able to gather enough information to tell when something's going on at the very least. You can just see they're gathering around and they're just staring. They're seemingly staring at the meteorite, but they're not reacting.
I don't know. So where are we, sorry?
You would be, either back here or back sort of here. The tunnel would have joint round with each other at some point and kind of split off in 2 paths, but both quite obviously ending up in the same place as they curled wrapped round.
Can we see the meteorite from over here?
Yeah, there's a big sort of light shining down from the ceiling, so this area is quite illuminated. It's quite a big rock.
Oh shit, okay.
It probably stands, it's about 2 feet long, like 18 inches tall. It's pretty big. It's not like massive, but it's an impressively sized chunk of rock. You probably get the impression that this maybe is like a shard of what remains of it.
Okay.
Based on how big the hole was in the spindle itself above. But probably when it smashed through, a lot of it was just shattered. But this big chunk of it certainly remains.
And I assume we know what these are. What do we know about these?
Do a nature check. You would very much know that you're in the land of Beholderkin. So you'd 100% have a basic understanding. And the 21, you would know more information. You would know that these creatures in the middle are called spectators. They are otherworldly, sometimes aggressive, can be hateful. They are greedy above all, really. They tend to dismiss all other creatures as lesser beings, toying with them or destroying them as they choose. And you know that particularly spectators is like a lesser beholder. With a 21, you'd know that they are summoned from another plane of existence by sort of a magical ritual. They often, they would communicate purely by telepathy. They are often summoned as guards, as a location, when they are summoned from other planes. What else? That's probably about it. They can, sometimes they sort of remain in places where they were once commanded to guard after their mission is sort of complete.
So is this thing on the ground? Is it just grabbable and then run sort of thing?
It's probably too. If you think, based on seeing it, it probably looks like it weighs maybe 500 pounds.
Okay.
Like
Barney's
heavy.
got the bag of holding, right? Put it in there.
Exactly. Yeah. That is what Bosun Tartu said you could use it for. You'd also know with the 21 ruler, the smaller ones are called gazers, and they are like tiny manifestation of the dreams of a beholder. The beholders dream them into existence. They're like aggressive little puppies.
Nice. She says quietly, very quietly. The only idea I've got is to get you over there, Barney. You bag it, and then it'll take a few seconds, but I can get you back.
I'm not very fast.
You don't need to be.
Okay.
Unless they start chasing very quickly. But I can prepare for that as well.
Alright. Shall I just walk up and start bagging it?
I wouldn't walk up there, but just have a backup plan in case they do start chasing. I don't know how fast they are. How fast are they? Do we know? Are they speedy?
Even with a 21, it's such a specific, kind of weird question.
They're going to be speedier than me.
Oh.
You could probably gather that much.
I'm 15 feet and I can't dash.
Yeah.
You can't dash, but I can teleport you over there.
Oh.
And then I can teleport you 90 feet this way again in the next round.
Wow.
Obviously, assuming if he survives enough to.
Yeah, it's what I mean. He needs to take a lot of hits in one round. This is the big issue, though. How tanky are you, Barney?
I'm a lot tankier than my current token says, and I can't change my health and stuff either.
So what is your current HP?
40. I took the tough feat.
Oh, nice.
And my AC's gone up to 17 because I took the opportunity to change my fighting style.
This is why I'm kind of hoping for like a surprise round so that we can do things.
When a Hippo Man appears in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Barney's very direct. If it wasn't for the injury, he would have already walked in and just been like,
Right.
"That's ours. You need to back the fuck up."
Yeah.
But the injury has made him a bit more of a cautious person.
What's your AC, Barnabas?
17.
17. Hopefully that fixes it.
You
She'll like whisper down to Rohan. She's like, "Can you
hit in
turn
the
into
floor.
something more escapable with Barney on top, maybe?"
And he's pretty far down.
Yeah.
But if he didn't hear anything for like a few minutes, he would come up and like half put his little paws out of a hole he's dug and look up and be like, "What's going on?" But with a little badger shrug.
Yeah. Maybe not right now. And if they start chasing,
I
mean,
think
that's
with
my
this
plan.
amount of conversation going on,
Yeah.
stealth checks from everyone, please.
Yeah.
I'll give Rohan advantage because he's not actually involved with the stealth check, but he is burrowing. Nat 20
No.
for Rohan.
You
Very
ready?
good. A 9.
Yeah.
Checks.
Well.
Oh.
That is 2 failures, despite Rohan's success. Rohan is completely undetected. But Rulara, you, as you're sort of talking over this plan, you immediately see one of the spectators sort of looks up in your direction. And then suddenly you hear this alien voice in your head, and it says,
Mysterious outsiders, I am Spectator Greelob. This is Spectator Orlob. Each of us claims the right to guard this strange meteorite, but only one of us may do so.
And then a similar, yet different telepathic voice adds,
We call upon you to mediate our dispute at once.
Can she talk back?
You don't know?
No.
Do you speak telepathically?
They're talking to me, Barney. They've seen us.
Perhaps we'd best
you
make ourselves known.
you all would have heard the voice in your
Okay.
head.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Then yeah, Barney would start clicking his little cane along.
Yeah, Rohan would have turned back from Badger and he's like, "Guess the game's up, man. I'm gonna come peacefully."
Yeah, you see
Yep.
these spectators just with their big eye just watching you, the little tendrils off the side, each with a sort of eye on the end, also just watching you intently as you approach, and then just sort of looking back at the meteorite and back to you, back to the meteorite, back to you.
You're in luck. We 3 are wise travelers, and I believe there's only one way for you to settle this dispute, and that is to conduct a race between the two of you. Athleticism must surely decide who is worthy of watching over this great thing.
Do a persuasion check for me.
As Barney says that, Rohan,
18's pretty good. Go on, Rohan, you say what you
can he
say.
throw his own idea into the room?
Go for it.
He's like, man, you've all got one eye. What about a staring contest?
Do a persuasion check. I really like that.
Completely missing the point of what Barney's doing.
A 15. They, you hear a voice in their head, and Barney, sort of more directed towards you, says,
Yes, Spectator Greelob agrees with this assumption.
and then you hear the other voice saying,
Yes, Spectator Orlob also agrees with this. A test of physical skill could prove who is most worthy to guard the meteorite. Yes, Spectator Greelob agrees. Will you judge this for us, mysterious outsiders?
Of course. It must be a worthy race for such a crucial endeavor. We will need helpers to make sure the race is conducted fairly and no foul play is done. Perhaps your small companions could fulfill this role?
they kind of look to each other, the two big spectators look back to you, then look at each other again and go,
Yeah, Spectator Greelob agrees. Yeah, Spectator Orlob also agrees. The gazers will watch and help judge.
What's the ogre doing?
He is literally just laying back in his chair, like, he's not asleep, but he's just like, just like lets out a big yawn. He seems completely and utterly disinterested with what's going on.
He'd point at the rock and be like, well, you know what I heard, fellas? Finders keepers. Did the big ogre man bring that in here?
They look back immediately to you, like both of them like all turn to you, and then all the little gazers also turn to you, Rohan, with a glare that, whilst it's sort of unchanging and alien-like, you get a little sort of hint of like almost annoyance at you, and you hear it in your head saying,
Spectator Greelob and Spectator Orlob happened upon the meteorite after the great ogre dropped it on the floor, creating a great noise. Yes, a great noise. Spectator Greelob arrived first, followed by Orlob and the gazers.
Rohan looks at the rock and he's like, it's just a crummy old rock anyway. I guess the ogre guy didn't want it.
Exactly, that is why it is Spectre Greelob's and Spectre Orlob's duty to guard the meteorite. It could be powerful. If the ogre does not want it, then he is not welcome to it.
Rohan, can I touch it?
they look at you quite like sort of angrily. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Fuck.
You may not touch it.
Mm.
We got it in tandem until one of us can decide through the competition.
And they sort of all turn to Barnabas.
Yeah, Barney takes his cue and starts clicking his little cane as he's walking over towards here.
Mhm.
But as he walks past through Lara, he drops the bag of holding on the floor behind him,
Yeah.
not making any notice of it, and just kind of tries to pull these guys' attention. It's just like, right, well then we better get set up. We shouldn't waste time. There's some things like important things like this need to be sorted out. Come along. He starts like gesturing for them to move over here. Let's get you started at the beginning of the race. I'll take up my watching position.
Yeah, they sort of all begin to follow you. The gaze is kind of hovering around the room.
As they start to move, Rulara gets the bag and flips it up to her hand with her tail and edges towards the meteorite.
Are you trying to do
Very
this?
slowly.
Are you trying to do this quite stealthily?
Very stealthily.
Make a stealth check as they're all moving over to where Barney is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their passive perception is 16. They sort of immediately spin around and look at you and said,
What is that one doing? Spectator Greelob does not approve of your proximity to the meteorite.
It's okay. I just wanted to test just see how magical it is, how powerful it is, so I can tell you after.
They like zoom towards you, both of them do.
Wow.
And they're hovering right next to you. And it says,
We did not give permission for you to move such close. Your friend was polite enough to ask, but you were rude.
Steps back among them.
Well, 1 second.
Yeah, okay.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yeah.
Suddenly, Rulara, you see this ray just shoots down at you from one of the spectators' stalks, and you suddenly are just like overwhelmed with fear of these creatures.
Shit. Okay.
You are considered frightened of them for 1 minute.
Nice.
And you can repeat this saving throw sort of every now and then, with this advantage if the target's visible to you, but you are just like...
Okay. Goes and hides over here.
Graham would be like, whoa, chill out, man!
She is interfering with the competition.
We can't have you expending your energies. Come along, let's save it all for the race. This is exactly why we need your little friends to watch in case you try and zap each other.
Yes.
They kind of fly back over here.
Spectator Greelob agrees. This one is wise.
Yes, Spectator Orlob agrees this one is wise.
Right, little ones, you need to place yourselves along the race track. If you fly yourselves along and count to 10, and then you, and he points to one of them, will stop at 10, and then you will count to another 10, and you keep going until you're all spread out along the track, and that's how long the race will be.
So they all sort of begin to line up. Like,
Oh, he's gesturing for them to go further into the cave if possible.
Oh, okay.
He's like, we need plenty of space for this, so just keep going down the tunnels, make sure there's enough room.
Do a persuasion check for me again. So lower
Can
DC.
Rohan
Oh, go on, Rohan.
call up to the ogre?
Oh, God.
You certainly could. 4. The spectators immediately say,
We must not leave this room for your companion, mysterious traveler. Wishes to touch our meteorite. It is Spectator Greelob, no, Spectator Orlob's duty to guard the meteorite.
Right, okay.
We will
So
conduct
we'll
the race from here.
That's fine. So, is the finish line over here on the far side of the room?
Yes, an agreeable conclusion to our competition. Wouldn't you say, Spectator Orlob?
Yes, Spectator Greelob. Spectator Orlob agrees.
All right. Well, when you are ready, I'll count you down.
Rohan,
yeah, sorry, go on, Rohan.
during this, he'd call up to Ogre and be like, "Hey, Ogre dude, you gotta watch the race!"
Do a persuasion check straight up, even to just get this ogre's, or a performance if you like, to get this ogre's attention. A 20 is very good. He sort of kind of like leans forward slightly and says,
What want?
You gotta watch the race, man. It's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Watch
apparently-
race.
He points to the spectators and gazers. The big one's gonna race in the tunnels, and then they're gonna go over the line over there. Maybe you could be the umpire.
Yes. Watch race.
Sweet. And then you go over to see Barney.
Wonderful.
We are ready. Spectator Greelob is ready.
Spectator Orlob is also ready.
All right then. 3, 2, 1, race.
so I'm going to have both do a dex check. So let's say the first one will be Spectator Greelob, the second one will be Spectator Orlob. Ooh, 17, Spectator Greelob. 7. So you see they begin to race down, and Spectator Greelob clearly takes the victory as Spectator Orlob sort of hovers behind slowly. And then like they all turn to face you, Barnabas, and says, you hear the voice in your head,
Clearly, Spectator Greelob is the victor. Wouldn't you agree, our most mysterious judge?
Has Spectator Orlob said anything, or is he showing any emotion? Or
absolutely no emotion, just staring at you with a
shit.
complete thing. He hasn't said anything yet.
Barney would say he doesn't know these things that well. He's trying to rile them up. He'd just be like, "Oh, of course you finished first. You cheated, Spectator Orlob. Surely you can't accept this outcome."
Do a deception check.
Not this with exhaustion. Deception. Oh, that net one was so close. 10.
I'm gonna do an insight check.
Yep.
Am I still frightened?
You would, I think it probably would have dropped by now, Rulara.
Okay.
They sort of look at you and say, Spectator Orlob says,
Spectator Greelob did not cheat. He is honorable.
Yeah, Spectator Greelob is honorable. I am honorable. You question my ability.
I thought you had Greelob had cheated. Perhaps I was mistaken. Even us wise travelers can make a mistake every now and then. So, what happens now? I assume Orlob will attend to separate duties.
Yes, I, Spectator Orlob, will attend to separate duties. Good day.
and you see him like begin to fly off. With
See you later, Orbo!
and 3 of the gazers follow him.
Hey, that's something.
Nice.
But now he hovers over when the other gazers like begin to glide around him. He says,
Yes, it is Spectator Greelob that shall guard the meteorite.
I want to guard it too, man.
You may not. It is my sworn duty as king of the race. None shall beat me in the race.
What about that guy? He's pretty big. He could beat you in the race.
The ogre would not even dare to challenge me. The
He'd
king
call up
of the race, Spectator Greelob.
Hey, Ogre dude, this guy called you a pussy.
to another persuasion check. This is a DC 20 persuasion check. He does not give a fuck about what's going on here. He's just he's so like, yeah.
I will use... Oh, just because I want to see it. How many inspiration points would it take to get this guy down?
3.
I'm gonna do it because I want to see it.
Describe to me how you do it. It works, but it well, I'm trying to let me rephrase this because I did go against my own rules when I came out with this. That you do actually sort of need to succeed on a check, and then it enhances the check in some way. But you could use an inspiration to re-roll it. Sorry, that was my bad misremembering my own rules.
I'll use an inspiration to re-roll it.
Yeah.
And then if it passes, I'll boost it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No.
15 is not enough, unfortunately, to get his attention. Good try, though. Good try.
Yeah. Rulara will whisper to Rohan, maybe you can beat him in a race. What's your fastest animal, Rohan?
A cow? A dog?
A cow.
Oh, you can do a horse.
Maybe a horse, Rohan?
Yeah. But how do I challenge him as a horse? He might think it's cheating.
Oh. It's just one of your powers, I guess.
He's like, okay, he's gonna... I'm gonna go behind that rock. You just say, I've gone to the toilet, and I'm gonna come out as a horse, and you challenge that guy.
Do stealth checks with disadvantage, because he's standing right there and he's got telepathy.
Oh, he's got telepathy, yeah, fuck.
No, he instantly just looks on and he says,
You mysterious outsiders confuse Spectre Greelob.
I'm pretty confused myself, man.
I don't think you need to be stealthy with your powers, Rohan. You know, you could just prove you're faster than this guy more worthy of the meteorite?
None
just-
are more faster than Spectator Greelob.
Well,
He's like, I'm just gonna go to the toilet, and he like walks around here, and then he
Do it
comes
to-
out the other side as a horse.
Do a deception check with disadvantage. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just like,
Yeah.
That is your companion.
yeah, and this is one of his powers. Can one of his powers beat your powers in speed, athleticism, another race maybe?
He kind of looks to Barnabaeus and he
Mm-hmm.
says, There were no agreements of using abilities such as magic. I am the king of the race from the pure merit of my athleticism. I am Spectator Greelob, king of the race, guarder of the meteorite.
Okay. How
think-
fast was this guy? Pretty fast.
He was pretty fast, from what you can see.
Okay. Well, maybe you can just challenge me then, maybe. I won't use any powers.
He looks to Barnabas again and says,
Surely you can come up with a better opponent than this, Judge.
These all sound like the excuses of a creature not confident of its athletic skill.
Or do a fucking persuasion check with advantage.
Rohan's gonna go back
Straight
round
roll.
and come back out as Rohan. Be like, oh!
Natural 20, very nice. The spectator says,
How dare you, Judge? You saw my display of my athleticism. I, Spectator Greelob, king of the race, guarder of the meteorite, shall destroy your companion. If she wishes to use magic, or if he wishes to use magic, then I shall use my own abilities too. There are no rules on this race.
Hey man,
He's fucked.
I never said I was gonna race you, that was the horse!
You are the horse.
Oh, don't call me a horse, man, you're a horse!
No, I am Spectator Greelob, king of the race, guarder of the meteorite. You are the horse.
You're the horse.
Do your starting positions then, anyone who wishes to compete.
A new challenger, you shall fail.
Maybe. I think I'll pass. I think I'll beat
I might as well have a little go.
you. So this guy says you can use powers, right?
Yep.
That's what he
He
said.
said no rules.
No rules. And from one side to the other?
Yep,
No
to the
rules?
finishing point.
Do we have to run?
It's going to be a athletics check. Or a dex, just a straight dex check.
Okay. She will do her adjust density set on herself to give her an extra 10 foot of movement.
Roll initiative.
Oh,
Because we're not playing out like normal initiative combat or anything, but certainly you can do stuff on your turn that might influence the race. So
Okay.
and you, Relara? Oh, you didn't add yourself on.
Oh, sorry.
Spectator Greelob is ready, Judge.
contestants, are you also ready?
Ready. She gets into a little runner's pose.
Rohan's looking around. Thought you said a horse was racing, man. Where is he?
Alright then. 3, 2, 1. Race.
Okay, so for this, I'm going to say you can do your athletics check or your dex check. And then you can also do one action as part of this race as well.
Okay.
So to lead things off in the initiative, because for the action, I'm going to do the dex check for Spectator Greelob. I'm going to give him advantage because he did so well in the race previously that he's he's very confident. And he's run the race before, he's got experience of the race. Not great, 13. He's also, as his action on Rulara, can you make a con save for me? You do pass, so you do not. It would have been the paralyzing ray would have shot out at you.
Instant fail. Yeah.
So,
Okay. How far does he get?
Well, it's not. Don't worry about the battle map. This is all happening exactly the same time, but he's just very slightly ahead of you. So it's your go. So make a either athletics check or a dex check, and you get one action.
Check. Fuck. I'm gonna use inspiration. I want to win.
That's right. Yeah, he's certainly beating his 13.
Okay. Action. She will. Action. He doesn't really count as a humanoid, does he?
Does
Damn.
not.
I feel like if I teleport over there, he's just going to be like, "You cheated." What does that do? Disadvantage. How come a large reduce doesn't do anything to your speed? I feel like it should.
I always thought it should, but hey, you could always use inspiration to maybe make it do extra effects.
Nah, I think for this time, I'm just gonna do adjust density and just increase my speed by 10 feet.
Okay, awesome. So you zoom along, Rohan. You're fine up to see where you come in the race. Make either an athletics check, a dex check, and you get one action as well. If you want to slow down anyone else, or
It's me.
Mm-hmm.
Athletics. I mean, he's going to try and telekinetically shove the guy off the map. So he well, not off the map, off the so
he's delayed a little bit.
Or that he just gets disqualified because he gets pushed past where the race course is.
Oh, interesting. So, is it strength save?
I don't have. I'm not sure if it is. It is. Post it. Strength saving throw.
8, 9. So, with your combined efforts, let's see if Rohan manages to beat him. He does. Reduces his speed by 3 on his result. So both of you manage to beat Spectator Green as Rulara zooms to the end, and Rohan comes just ahead of him as he finishes.
I imagine they're going neck and neck, and then he's just like, man! And like taps him slightly.
The race comes to a close. Does Judge Barnabaeus say anything?
He's moved himself slightly back here for covert reasons. But yeah, he'd say, we have a clear winner in the contest of athleticism.
Yes, it seems we have a clear winner. Spectator Greelob is no longer king of the race, guarder of the meteorite.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, Guardian of the Space Rock!
That would be me.
King of the race, Rulara. Guarder of the meteorite, Rulara.
That's me.
Spectator Greelob wishes you well.
And the gazers gather around him, and he moves out of the cave.
No.
Have fun at the place.
Yeah. Big sigh of relief. Well, Looks up at the ogre. What's he doing?
He's like yawning. He's
That's-
not doing anything at the moment though.
Rohan's like, I know how to get this in the bag. And he's just for funsies. He's gonna use all his inspiration after he casts Enlarge.
Amazing. Amazing. So Rohan enlarges himself and becomes incredibly giant, but not only just one size bigger, but twice the size bigger. You get a 2d4 on all your melee attacks for this, Rohan, and you can lift double the weight, I think it is, but like double it again. So you are incredibly big, Rohan. Is anyone touching the meteorite?
Rilara was just gonna put the bag over it and then pick it up. But if Rohan's trying to pick it up, she's not stopping him.
Yeah, Rohan would want to just pick it up and put it in the bag. That's why he went big.
Yeah.
Let's just quickly see enlarge reduce. The weight is
It's
multiplied
concentration.
by 16 times. It's so funny. Your advantage on strength checks. Yeah, you'd definitely be able to carry this with using all that inspiration. As you go to pick it up, the ogre kind of startles awake and says, "No touch! My rock!"
Can he see how big Rohan is?
He is. Do an intimidation check. It's a pretty high DC. I'd say a DC 19. I think it's unlikely you intimidate an ogre because they're so stupid.
Right. He's going to be like, "You got a problem, little man?" And,
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh!
Point of inspiration to you, Rohan, as well. The ogre kind of looks up at this big, and he hasn't sort of realised at first. He's more looked at sort of Rulari, who's getting very close, and then suddenly the booming form of Rohan looks up, and he sort of looks up and he says, "Oh, big man, big," and he sort of like gets up and sort of falls back off his chair, and then just starts running off in this direction.
yeah, Rohan's like, "You stay in my cave, man! It's my cave!"
And all the combatants in the room, seemingly you've eliminated them.
Nice. Well done, Rohan. Didn't expect that, to be honest.
He would pick up the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Does it fit in the bag?
It would just fit in the bag. It would squeeze, like you're squeezing the bag round the meteorite, if anything.
Mm.
And you just pull it over with your strength. Rohan, your massive hands, you just... And it just... Boom, and it's in the bag of holding.
Mission accomplished!
Excellently done, everyone.
That's a really good idea, Barney.
Well,
Managed to get everyone out without killing anything.
I wouldn't have been much use in the race, so thank you to the two of you for winning it. You should use this technique if ever you're interested in a particular bunk again, Rohan.
Well, I just crushed a bunk, man, and no one could have it.
His voice, by the way, does not sound like that. It sounds about like 2 octaves deeper.
Right, we've got what we came for. Let's head back to the vessel.
Let's go. Rohan, can you fit through the cave like that?
You definitely could not, Rohan.
Oh,
It's
man.
like the biggest part of the cave, and then it was a lot smaller as you were making your way in.
How big is the cave entrance?
I think it was like 15 feet tall, I said.
Oh, look. What about the interior of the cave? How big's that?
Probably like 30 feet up.
Could he
before it
jump?
reaches- Yeah, if you want to.
He's like, "You guys might have want to go ahead of me. I just want to do something while I'm real big."
Okay. Have fun?
Won't take long.
Be careful.
Oh.
So what's he doing?
Just look. He goes over here to these like pile of rocks. He's like, well, if it isn't Waterdeep City, and then he walks over to it. Didn't think Undercliff Village could take you, but now look at me now, big hand! And he just like starts trampling these rocks.
Amazing.
And he's like, well, now you know what we can do. And then he just like shrinks down and walks out.
I have to give you another point of inspiration. It's just too good.
So amazing.
So you make your way back out the cave and find yourselves on the shores of the Spindle once more. Let me quickly change the music.
Yeah, exactly. I need to get that as art.
You definitely do. And you quickly find yourself as Bosun Tato looks down from the tyrant ship and says, "This planet's giving me the creeps, let's get the hell out of here." And she sort of gestures for you to like throw up the bag of holding to Barnabas.
Yeah, he definitely would.
And she like throws down a rope ladder, as you do, and you begin to climb back aboard, I assume, unless anyone wants to do anything before you leave.
I assume it was pretty empty in the cave otherwise. So now, let's go.
You didn't look, so...
Yeah.
Barney's climbing up.
Yeah, Rohan's done. He's
Okay.
had his time in the sun.
So, with Seth at the spell-jamming helm, the tyrant ship flies away from Hakatha, slipping past other tyrant ships on patrol, and Seth then sets a course back to Toril. Lighting a cigar, Bosun Tato says, "Now comes the easy part," as she kind of relaxes herself and just says, "Well done, cadets. It's going to be a fine graduation when we arrive back at Spelljamming Academy. What say you?"
As a passing grade, I hope.
She winks at you and says, I think that can be arranged.
How big is the podium that we graduate on?
I'll leave it to your imagination.
Must be pretty big. As he thinks back to his time as Big Hand.
Yeah, she just like
Thinks
chews
all
on,
the way back.
Yeah.
she just chews on the end of a cigar, and you see her scarred, sort of very sort of usually very sort of dour kind of looking face. She's never really one to mince words, but today she looks genuinely quite proud. As you begin travelling the few days travel back from Hakatha. On the way back from Hakatha, you may all take a long rest by the way if you need to.
I need to roll his injury again, right?
You would indeed. Well, you can, because you got a nat 20. I'll say it carries over for the course of this.
Okay, thank you.
It's really been a few uneventful days on the journey back from Hakatha. It's about a 4-day travel in total. You were about halfway when you boarded the tyrant ship. Thank you. And it's been really, like I said, a few uneventful days, except for maybe like the revelation that Seth is an excellent dragon chess player. Tarto continues your training to keep your edge and stave off boredom, and you've now memorized each card in the Wild Space Creature Silhouettes deck she brought along with her. You've gathered at the command deck at mealtime when Seth says, you hear him call out, and he says, "Feels like an asteroid's coming up on us." As the ship begins to slow down, Seth remarks, "I'm sure I'm right, but better get a visual to confirm." Tarto sort of shouts back and says, just in case. No, sorry.
Wait, I thought the asteroid was in the bag!
Tartos kind of orders you to go up towards the holodeck, and she sort of points towards the sending stone and says, go stretch them legs. I just want to make sure.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye.
So you head down towards the holodeck from the command deck, and the holodeck, if I didn't do a brilliant job of describing it in the previous session, it actually, that's fine, I'll leave this music on. The holodeck itself, there's a number of sort of holes that look out into like sort of wild space itself, and you can see at one inside the holodeck, it says the sort of bottom layer where the eye is, you can sort of see out through the eye. So imagine this is the front of the ship up here. You're inside the eye here, essentially, and
Whoa, that's cool.
you can see outwards into like you're sort of the middle section of this eye and like the pupil almost. You can see a good view of what slows you down. You pass through you climb up the rope ladder, down the rope ladders from the command deck, and you pass through the hole through the gravity plane, which sort of flips you upside down. You get this good vantage point at the edge of one of the large openings before you. You see a rocky debris field floats just outside your ship's air envelope. About half a mile away, a pock-marked asteroid rotates slowly. The asteroid is at least 3 times larger than your vessel. Can each of you do a perception check for me?
Oh, bloody hell, what's going on?
Oh boy,
20.
he's on it.
The DC was pretty fucking high for this, and you did manage to beat it. No one else sees this, but Rohan, you see like a brief glint suggestive of a metallic vessel moments before it disappears behind the asteroid.
It's like... it was like reflecting metal ship something, man. Look bad. Don't know, actually.
Ship.
It looked like a ship.
Report it to the bosun now.
Oh, you'd like run to the basin.
Yeah, so you'd have the like imagine he goes back through the sort of gravity plane and then sort of calls up the shaft towards her, and she's sort of like you just hear her for a moment like quiet and then just like shit, and she'd say, probably a pirate vessel. Pirates are known to haunt this region.
Are we normally in reflecting metal ships, ma'am, sir, captain?
What was that? I didn't hear what you said, Kieran. Sorry.
He said that are normally in not reflecting ships, like shiny metal ships.
Yeah, she would remain quiet and just say, she wouldn't even really respond to it. She would just be like, "Get to your post, cadet."
Shall I check a Micken?
She what would she say? She
Rohan's very confused.
she would order you back onto the holodeck and basically ordering you to keep a keen eye on what's going on
Outside.
Yeah, just to be watching, because they don't know you've seen them yet.
Okay.
However, as you're each standing in the holodeck itself, so move your tokens up to here, you're looking out and the ship has completely disappeared by the asteroid. You know it's there, but it's not moved any closer. It doesn't, and the way Seth has kind of turned the ship away, you think, we've got a pretty good vantage point here. They're not really going to be able to sort of keep up with us and catch us. But as you're looking out and staring out into space, suddenly the air in front of you begins to distort.
Mm.
And the strange distortion in space appears before you moments before. A winged shark-like creature appears directly in front of you. It has blue skin, 4 wings, and a horn-like protrusion on its head. And you see an armoured figure rides on its back. The rider is a humanoid wearing sort of dark, sort of leathers armour with like a red kind of a red kind of tunic on with like a huge lance that's sort of sheathed in a even bigger sort of sheath that's all like crimson red along its side. The creature, you can all do nature checks to see if you you definitely would recognise because you saw them in the simulation. You'd all recognise this to be a Githyanki. And the rider looks down at you and says, "Hail to you! I've come to retrieve something that is of interest to my employer. Please produce the human named Mikan Haverstance, and all will be well." All will be well. Sorry. Resist.
Rula just looks at Barney. He's just like, what would they want Mikan for?
I don't know, but he belongs with us. Hail to you, person who decides that the best way to engage on honourable ground is to sneak up. We will not be producing Mikan Haverstance. There is no claim greater than ours. Good day.
Why risk your lives to protect a traitor?
How we deal with our own is our matter, nothing to do with you.
He is of my employer's interest.
He's your employer, man.
She
Maybe we can send him a message
she
instead.
turns to Rohan and she is going to strike you. Everyone,
Oh.
please roll an initiative. She's quickly lost patience.
Yeah. What do we know what the creature she's riding is, or he's riding?
You would be able to see it is a woman. Do a bleh, sorry, my brain is like fried tonight. Do a nature check for me. You're not sure, Rilara?
No,
That one.
rolling real bad today.
In contrast to
Big boy, big brain.
Big boy, big brain. Yeah. Right. So let us roll initiative, shall we? Right, so boom.
Alright.
Let's get some combat music going, shall we? Oh no, that's not. This one I meant to click. Right. Oh, I didn't put the thing on. That's annoying. That's. Oh, I did have them on. Why did it? Oh, that's weird. Right. I'm just going to put a little round counter on as well. Oh wait, I forgot to put the +1 thing. Sorry. Right. So the Starlancer appropriately is up first, and you can see the Githyanki woman orders straight for it to fly towards Rohan, and then the Starlancer is going to stab out with its horn. An 18 to hit. So you take 9 piercing damage plus an extra 11 for 20 points of damage in total.
Chunky.
And then the Githyanki warrior herself will make 2 greatsword attacks against you. Boom, boom. 18 and a 20. First is 14 points of damage. The second is 14 again.
Oh, he's down.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Is my health bar changing?
It is for me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's not for me. It's just being stupid.
Yeah, it's all this token stuff they've updated. It's fucked up everything. Rulara, it's your go.
Yeah. I've got I do not have healing at all.
I will
what does that
remind
do?
you that Bosun Tato and Seth are not aware of this. This creature, being
Right.
invisible, has quite clearly snuck on board.
Yeah. She is gonna. Oh my. Paralyzed is a good one, right? If she fails.
Paralyze is very good, yeah.
Just gonna try a ditch effort to try and paralyze her. She's gonna do. I renamed it, but it's whole person gravity.
Ooh, that's cool.
The 10 make the injury check.
It does. It's the exact thing you needed to make it.
Yeah.
Gravity hull. So that is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Yeah.
Oh wait, is this on the Gith or the thing?
On the person,
She-
because it can only be humanoid.
She does fail.
Yes. Alright.
Paralyzed.
Fucking hell.
She gets to make wisdom saves at the end of it. Yeah, each of its turns. It gets to
Yeah,
repeat
and
that.
she will run back as far as she can go, and just yell out for staff, basically. Where is everyone? Someone's on board, infiltrator.
Okay, with
sort of
that, you if you're holding out long enough, then you definitely will be able to call out for both Tato and Seth. However, it is going to take them at least till round 4 to get. Sorry, not round 4, round 3 to get here.
Okay. But yeah, I'm 30 feet back as well.
Okay, Rohan, death saving throw for me, please.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
One more thing.
Yeah, one more thing.
So before she walks away, I forgot that she can do the hamster thing. Go on, Ickle. Try and blind the
Go
shark
for
thing.
the eyes.
Let's go for the eye.
Hmm.
Let me just try and remind myself what I need to do.
I can tell you. It's on its character sheet.
Yeah.
You just throw it,
It
automatically
hits
hits. It's a
unerringly.
con save.
Yeah.
It's pretty good at con, so we'll see. A 7, it fails.
Oh.
It is blinded.
Oh, hold on. I think it needs to make an attack first.
Does it? I don't think it does. So use a thrown weapon that hits unerringly. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It's unerringly, but that's like it aims and gets there unerringly. But I think it has to make a bite attack first.
Makes its reaction to use the bite attack. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make a bite attack, yeah.
And it fails. Damn it!
Got inspiration if you want to use it.
I already used mine. I only had one.
You need 1.
Yeah.
Surprised you only had 1. I thought I probably would have given out more. Apologies.
Alright.
Okay, yeah. That is...
Rohan used an inspiration to reroll his death
You
save.
certainly can, yeah.
Ah, Rohan.
I will say I would give you inspiration for getting the whole person off pretty clutchly though, Rulara. I think that's pretty cool. Considering I've been giving them out a bit more liberally. I'm trying to give them out quite liberally. So,
I mean, I'm alright. It's just as a spell, you know? It's meant to work.
No, but it's it's fine. It's fine. Whatever then.
Yeah.
We'll see. Zoran does pass with the inspiration. Barnabas, it's your go.
Okay. So I have 4 points of inspiration
Mm-hmm.
saved up.
Yeah.
And
So I'll
there's
remind
something
you,
I-
so it does have to, with an attack roll ability check or whatever, it does need to succeed first before you can add extra effects on top of it. Obviously, you can
Well-
re-roll if you choose.
Yeah.
But you won't, obviously you're using up the points then and you won't be able to do as cool stuff.
Okay. Well, okay. This would have been outside of a normal roll and such. But Barney is terrified for Rohan, the man who saved his life. And I wanted to see if there's any way to spend all my inspiration, and I'll spend whatever I need to spend. But the idea would be to somehow, seeing as it's not a magical thing, it's like a physical thing. Somehow, I don't know. Bring Rohan back into the world by expending my second wind ability, but
Oh, I fucking...
on him.
So cool.
Nice.
I'm going to make you do a medicine check. I will say up front, the DC is only a 10. We'll see, which, might not be great for you. But, yeah, let's say DC 10 for a medicine check. It won't it'll cost you a bonus action, because bonus action is second wind. And it will cost you, I think that's probably 3 inspiration points at least.
Okay. That leaves me 1 if I need to reroll this medicine, which I might do, because I'm exhausted. Isn't that 1? So
You can reroll if you choose.
does it reroll both,
It's
though?
no, it's like lucky.
1, yeah.
Yeah, just reroll 1.
Oh, it doesn't matter then, because it would, even if I rolled above the 7,
That's
it
true.
would go down to the 7.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I fail.
So unfortunately,
Damn it!
it doesn't use up your second wind or anything. Just means you can't use it. So that is your bonus action.
Yeah, he calls out to Rohan. He's like, "Oh, come on, get up!" But seeing as the guy on top is paralyzed, let's fuck him up. So I will take a shot with the musket.
Advantage.
He's paralyzed.
I think it's auto crit. Let me just get paralyzed up quickly. Pretty sure. So it might just be melee attacks though. Paralyzed. It automatically fails strength and dex saves. The targets of the advantage, and any attack that hits a creature as a critical hit of the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, damn. No, he's taking a shot with the musket.
Yeah, so it's not an auto crit, but it is with advantage.
He's making it a disarming shot.
Ooh, 22. What does disarming shot do?
Woo! Oh. It's +2 to that because I used an astral spark as well.
Ooh, okay.
He has to make a strength saving throw or drop his weapon.
Right, automatically fails it because he's
Woo!
paralyzed. So he drops his greatsword. Yeah. So I will put a little counter on. Say a purple one to indicate he's dropped his weapon. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Doke. The Starlance.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna do it. I think it's better to load it up front, seeing as he's in the paralysis. I'm gonna make a second shot. Action surge.
Action surge, second shot. Yeah, go for it.
So I can ignore the loading property because of firearms expert.
Well, that's 2 points of inspiration because you rolled 2 nat 20s.
Yes, glorious, glorious.
Like, that's just too cool not to give you that.
Has that happened before?
I've got a feeling Elodius did it at some point.
Hey.
So first one's it maximized itself.
Very
And
helpful.
I'll pump another astral spark in there, so 25 damage total.
25 points of damage. Holy shit. That's big.
Yeah. So the first shot clangs against the greatsword and it goes spinning off to the side, and then he just calmly repositions, like smack bang, center mass, and the musket just booms out and crashes into it.
I just need to check the Star Lancer's intelligence, because it's actually pretty intelligent, which is good for you guys, because if it wasn't intelligent, its last command was to attack Rohan.
Oh my god.
It's actually pretty intelligent, though. It's got an intelligence of 10. So it will go after Barnabas, is the clear target. It would swoop around and do a charging attack at you.
Yep.
It is going to use its horn attack. 14.
Misses.
It does miss. It is going to also fly back out of your range, and because it's got the flyby feature, it does not provoke opportunity attacks. It's got 50 feet of flying, so it's got more than enough to do it. However, the greatsword does remain on the floor there. The Githyanki warrior just like cries out in pain from this awful shot that has just completely fucked her up. But she's still paralyzed, so she can't actually do anything of the spies apart from. She can't even speak, so she would call out, but she can't. So the end of her turn, she must make another wisdom save, though. 11.
I think that fails.
So it's still paralysed. That was very good. Rulara, it's your go.
I was just planning to do it again. I thought she'd pass. What's the range? 30 feet back. Probably in range, right? 60 feet. Let's just do an attack on both of them. Because they're both in the same place, right?
They are indeed. Star Lancer's being ridden.
So, con save on both.
Okay. You don't automatically fail con saves. Perilous. So the Githyanki warrior gets a 6, and the Star Lancer itself gets an 8. I'm not rolling well. So 9 points of force damage. She's looking real rough, and she can't react to do anything about it. 9 points of
that's
force.
it. We're doing equal on my turn. I think he just comes back. I don't know how much
that's
movement
fine.
he's got.
He's, I think,
20 feet.
yeah, he just about gets back to you.
Okay.
Death saving throw for Rohan.
Rude.
Passes.
No.
Go on, Rulara, what are you saying?
No, don't worry.
I thought you were saying something. Barnabas, it's your go again.
So when I tried that before, did I use up my inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, I need to recalculate then. So I would have had 1 left, and I got 2 for that, so I've got 3. Cool.
Yeah, even attempting something, I think, would still, because you're trying to do something really cool.
Yeah,
but
100%.
Yeah.
God, I mean, she's still paralyzed, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm blown the fuck up.
Advantage.
He's fucking pissed that you knocked Rohan down. Ooh.
16. Doesn't it hits, but it bounces right off the fucking half plate.
Ooh.
Unfortunately.
And he'd just call out, "Medic!"
And you start to hear that Seth and Co are getting closer. The Star Lancer is going to charge at Rulara this time.
Yeah.
Considering she used the
She's
last one I heard it.
30 feet away from everyone, so I don't know how fast it can go. Probably pretty fast.
Pretty fucking fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to make a horn attack at you. An 8.
Oh my god, it misses.
This is fuck. That's real bad. The Githyanki warrior can't do anything again. Wisdom save at the end of its turn. Does pass this time as it shakes it off.
Yep.
However, it's still not got his greatsword. Rulara, it's your go. It would have flown back, by the way, because this is a hit and run creature. And it does got flyby, so.
Rulara. I suppose I could try do it again, I guess. Old person, gravity hold.
Okay.
Save.
Save. That's smart. Nat 20's it. She just shakes it off and says, "You bitch."
Yep. I don't think I've got any bonus actions apart from the Ickle. Let's throw Ickle again. Fuck it.
Yeah, go for it. Which one?
Oh, Ickle. Gonna try and find the I think the shark.
Yeah. So bite attack first.
Yep. Oh,
Misses, unfortunately.
yeah. That's it.
Rohan, death saving throw for me, please.
Oh.
Again, he is stable.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Lot of tens in
Stabilize.
Barnabas, it's your go.
On the deck we're on, are there any holes or gaps or anything?
On this holodeck.
Yep.
Yes, you could. Like, this is where before you could like open it up and shoot things. Like, that's where Winston Ryback got like shot out into space.
How possible would it be for him to kick the greatsword out of one of the holes?
You
Keeping in mind my injury.
you've spent some time on the ship. That I think you would learn enough about it through Rulara playing with things, and Seth and Bose and Tato would do it. You would see there's like all these like circular buttons alongside the ship are all designed to kind of throw these things open. It's very risky, obviously, in here, because if you did it quick enough, you could probably suck out the thing and just quickly and shut it again. Because these essentially just expulsion, like an expulsion of air really fast that shoots it out. You could do it, but you'd risk potentially sending Rohan out into space.
No, not a chance.
What you could do is drop it into here and sort of throw it up into the command deck from where the gravity plane switches, and if you threw it hard enough, it would just like fly out basically.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and it'd have to do a weird like inversion to get it
Exactly.
right.
You'd have to do quite, because it wouldn't be easy to just throw it. You'd have to do like an athletics check to get enough like gravity on it, because otherwise it's going to come back at you.
Tempting. Barney's pissed. Instead, I think he's gonna call her out.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna say, "Why don't you come and fight another swordsman, you coward?"
Intimidation check for me.
Oh, exhaustion. Suck. Intimidation.
Wait, would he still be exhausted because it's a different day?
Oh, very good point. You aren't exhausted. You would have.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. I forgot about that.
I'll just do another straight roll then.
Point of inspiration to Kieran for remembering that. Yeah. I won't say how they're reacting, but yeah. Bosentar.
He's gonna drop his gun to the ground and pull out his greatsword and just stand over Rohan.
Nice.
Take the dodge action.
Bosentar and Seth are here, but they obviously dash. They can't. They're on the other side of this. They can't actually do anything this turn. The Star Lancer and the Star Lancer. You see the Githyanki warrior look down at his mount and like does a little whistling sound and disappears, invisible.
Shit.
They are. They would have to get out. Yeah, and they have to get out through here, so give the Yankee Warrior's action. We'll go to press one of these buttons, which does reveal them again. Unfortunately, with their initiative order, not quite. But actually, let me double check that definitely is the case. Effect lasts until the star guide or a creature riding it cast a spell or until the concentrate. No, so it can actually just press it without revealing.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's definitely press the button, and you see this is blown open, and the air is starting to sort of like slowly shoot out. Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage, Barnabas, to see if you can catch Rohan as he's being sort of moved towards. Yes.
Okay. Hooah!
Oh yeah, you've definitely got hold of him. No problem of losing Rohan here.
You're not going anywhere.
That is its turn. You can't see it, Relara, but you do know that this one opened.
Rulara's clever, right? So she could maybe assume it's one of these buttons or this one.
Yeah.
Gonna be dip dip do. Can it be done as an action? I think so.
Whoops. Do you know where that's
She will. I think I can do it on unconscious people.
What is it?
The teleport.
What does it say?
I'm just reading it.
Tell me what it says. So I can...
You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. Target must succeed on a con save if they are unwilling.
Right, it's a companion. They're a willing creature. Like, 100% you could teleport them.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to teleport Rohan closer to whoever can heal him and out of the vents sort of way so that Barnaby doesn't have to hold him.
You could teleport him into the command deck through the gravity plane.
Yeah, would it be safe in there? Is there someone in there to heal him if need be?
Well, Seth
He's
and
safe
Bose
now,
and Tato are there, so you think it's definitely best to put him in there, you reckon?
Okay.
So, down up into the command deck where Seth and Bose and Tato have rushed.
Yeah.
Pops out onto the ground.
Eagle comes closer. That's all I can do.
Okay, Rohan is stable.
Yeah.
So it's just Barnabas.
All he's seen is the door open,
Mm-hmm.
and Barney isn't that smart. He's just gonna fire into the doorway.
Okay.
Picks up the musket again, fires into the doorway.
You make a shot at disadvantage for me.
On double nat 20.
I did it once. Where's my bullets? Me counting them off. Yeah. Single shot into disadvantage. Wow. 15.
15 does miss, unfortunately.
Yep. Fires through.
However, at the top of the round, Seth would be providing healing to Rohan. So you would get +3 to this.
Oh!
12, so
That's
15
good.
points of healing. Bosun Tato, however, is going to try to shoot through, similar to where Barney shot. It's a disadvantage, so I roll this twice. Does hit though. Boom. 7 points of damage. Which one does she hit though? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a miss on a 5, 6. Does hit the Githyanki, which is the target, really. You would want.
Nice.
Is it enough, though? Oh my god. She's literally on 1 HP.
Oh my god.
Ah!
And with that, yeah, as far as you're aware, they're gone and combat is over. Barney, you would have to rush forwards and sort of press the button again to stop the air from shooting out again.
Yep.
And with that, combat is over, so I shall put...
Rohan will healing wounds on 2nd level himself after as well. Oh, really? Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, not so good.
He would go out, he'd like be like, cheers, man! And like flip through, and he's like, oh, good! Everyone's fine!
yeah, just about. I think they got away there.
How did
Thanks
that...
for saving me!
How did that thing get on board? Bosun Tato looks pissed.
I had the ability to go invisible. I imagine that's how. Don't really.
Shit.
Would there be like an entrance you can get through at any point?
The last time you had it open was on board Hakatha. She sort of shakes her head. She says, "Must have boarded when we had it open on Hakatha."
Maybe stow away.
Patient hunter.
That means
It was after Micken.
Micken. She kind of opens her eyes, and she says, "Probably Vokath's men.
Hmm.
We need to be careful. That means we need to move fast out of here. Seth, quick!" And he's like, he nods and he's like on it, and immediately like starts powering up as fast as they can. And then you see in the distance as you're pulling away this damselfly ship, hiding behind the asteroid, sort of moves out a bit and starts going to pursue you. But the tyrant ship is too quick for the damselfly ship. You think this has been a coordinated like hunting mission. Yeah.
Sneaky,
it?
basically.
However, you did succeed, thankfully. And
I'm glad you're alright, Rohan.
I'm good. Thanks for helping me, guys. That thing came out of nowhere, even though I could see it.
You did see it, yeah. It was just invisible. I'm kind of curious as to how they kind of shielded themselves both at the same time.
Yeah, man, like, you know, you must have done some pretty good fighting to get that thing, because I went down in one.
Oh, well, Barney did most of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The musket did the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should be careful how we address well-armed strangers in the future, Rohan.
Can I touch your gun, man?
You may.
He's gonna be cool. He's gonna, like, run his hand along it. He's gonna be like, I nickname you Moon Blaster.
amazing.
Moon Blaster it is.
He's only as good as the man who operates him. And he gives you, like, a nod, Barney.
Isn't blasting the moon the last thing you want, Rohan?
Well, you know, it sounded cool. I didn't think that far ahead. Maybe we should call you Total Blaster. Nah, Moon Blaster.
Yeah. Yeah, she just goes back up to the main bit, talks to everyone.
Okay. So in the aftermath of your mission to Katha, and then the boarding of one of Vokath's operatives, and seemingly more operatives behind on a ship, that could not keep its distance with you. You make your way back to Toril, and shortly after, Seth parks the Tyrant ship in orbit around Toril. The Hammerhead ship, the Flighty Foundling, once more arrives to give you, Seth, and Bosun Tato a lift back to the Academy. Seasoned staff are left behind to take care of the Tyrant ship, and after returning to Spelljammer Academy on the island of Nimbrow, Tato tells you to all get some well-deserved rest, while she and Seth brief the senior staff of what successes you've had, and also Vocav's continued efforts, and now what's happened with Mikan as well. She also ordered you to keep your distance from Mikan. They will be keeping him in the brig, and she also asked you to report for maintenance work in the morning.
Okay.
Would they have questioned Mikan about who exactly that one person was, or wouldn't he know?
For Vocath?
Well, the one who came in and fucked us up, does he know who that is?
You didn't choose to ask him, and
Okay.
Bosun Tato and Seth seemed like this is out of your pay grade sort of thing.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we return back to Spelljammer Academy. Is there anything your characters would have liked to do in the evening after arriving back? You there's a sense of sort of joy in the air as the academy cadets are getting sort of closer to graduation day over the sort of coming week. Really, you've probably got about, I'd say, let's say, it's a quick read. Yeah, I'd say probably about 10 days of downtime before your graduation. So if there's anything during this time you wish to do, please let me know. I will obviously get the downtime rules up. There's, like I said, there's excitement in the air around the academy. There's definitely a build to what's going on. There's lots of people would come and ask about your adventure to Hakatha and the story, and everyone's very surprised at what happened with Mikan. There would be some great sadness towards Winston Ryback obviously being lost, and there would be plans for a funeral sort of in a sort of after graduation to sort of properly memorialize him.
Is there still suspicion around us?
A lot less so. In the academy, I think at this point the impressions of you would 100% have gone up, and people are even sort of more controversial figures like Vina would probably sort of give you like a nod in the hallway sort of thing. Fred and Cricklet and Whizpop would definitely approach you at some point, and sort of they would sort of share in their kind of event, like excitement of what happened, and they're are glad to be back on the academy. Whizpop is kind of settling into a new set of quarters, and you would definitely sort of gather around and experience some camaraderie in these coming 10 days.
We're allowed to play D&D with that boy again.
Oh, he's definitely not playing D&D with you again. You fucking ruined his game last time.
She'll try and DM for him every day. She'll ask him.
Do some persuasion checks for me. Let's
Rohan would want to play as Bohan as well. If you can get in on it.
Oh, yeah.
This is DC 20. Yeah, I think. Do me one more.
Barney would stay clear if that makes it any easier.
Okay, if Barney's staying clear, I think a 19 and is definitely enough for you to, the two of you, to get involved in Rog's silly D&D campaign where he basically gets to just show off his completely bustedly overpowered character, Baldric the Blue, and you go on some little adventures, delving into some tunnels and fighting some more trolls, much in the nature and spirit of the game itself.
Throughout the day, Rula would also be trying to practice with the piloting, but at the same time as casting other spells, because obviously concentration and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% you could do that. She's just trying to get better at piloting whilst doing the concentration stuff, I assume.
Pretty much, yeah. And trying to do both at the same time. Multitasking magic.
Okay, let me have a quick look.
Oh, that could be a good one. Like, if she could use her reaction on concentrating, like shield.
Mm. Yeah.
Let's say, do a... What's your intelligence modifier?
+4.
It's 4, damn. It's pretty good. It's probably going to take you another sort of 2 weeks, but I'd say you've got 2 weeks worth of training sort of towards this goal over the 10 days. Roll me a D100 though. Let's see if you get any complications. No, you're good. I'd also say take off 25 gold pieces if you have it. Yeah, how much gold do you have? Yeah, you do. Yeah, take off 25 gold pieces just to reflect how much effort you're sort of putting in on top of extra work and going into sort of extra methods of looking into arcane methods that might assist you in this particular task. But if you want, you can put on your character sheet that you've got 2 weeks worth of training towards essentially gaining like extra proficiency or expertise, I'll say, in spelljamming, in operating the spelljamming helm, which will obviously I'll come up with something that will help improve your ability to cast concentration spells or whatever whilst doing it. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do?
Rohan would obviously be spending time in the medication, like the medical ward.
Mm-hmm.
So could you do a role for someone tending his kidney failure? Because every week,
100%. I'd say you get sort of 2 weeks worth out of this. So let's you get, if it's in the medical ward, you just get 2 automatic successes.
Okay.
Yeah. If they're tending it for you, then you don't need to make. They don't need to make the check. They're trained professionals.
What he'd also want to do is talk to between playing D&D with Rulara, and he'd want to ask Barney if they could go to find someone who'd get them permission to go through Officer Ryback's stuff, so he could find Officer Ryback's recipes so they could immortalize them.
Oh, yeah, Barney would definitely put himself up for that as well.
Yeah, so he basically just want permission to search his quarters and then obviously try and find the recipes himself.
Yeah, do me a persuasion check and an investigation check.
Should Barney do the persuasion check with advantage?
I can certainly do if you'd like, yeah. By the way,
So
Renara, you get a point of inspiration for your training. 18 is definitely enough to convince people with your standing in the academy now and everything you've done. You're definitely seen as the top of your class, and also some consider you the heroes of the academy. After what happened to Winston Ryback and you catching the saboteur of Vokath's saboteur in Mikan, you are certainly given a lot of leeway with things, and you're given access to his private things. Do an investigation check for me.
He would try and take along Rilara to help him look as well.
Yeah.
So can Rilara do it?
Yeah, it should come. Yeah.
Yeah, Rilara could do it with advantage if you choose to.
Yeah, what was it again? Investigation?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Oh shit.
E-
Okay, 25 is very good. Quickly have a look for something. Where is it? Bear with me one moment. My internet's being very slow.
I like to think that she just like walks into the room. She's like, "Well, they're over there. That's where that logically you would keep them."
He'd be like, me and Bernie were searching for hours.
Oh, right.
In fact, you would. I would say though, you would find your initial search doesn't lead to anything particular, but it is through Rolara's investigation, searching under his bed and sort of in his more personal items, that you do find like a loose floorboard under his bed.
Ooh.
And you find where is it? It's the item I was looking at. Yes, this is it. You find a unique cookbook. Rilara, you may add to your inventory, and if you search Alchemist's Cookbook, hopefully it'll come up. It's a homebrew magic item that I found on the homebrew D&D stuff.
Okay, I see it.
So, this book contains recipes for alchemical items. A character proficient with alchemist kit may use the book in combination with the tools to craft it. I would also add to it cook's utensils as well if you wanted to do that as part of it. Because this is a kind of adjusted version of it with recipes, we'll say.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing this for Rohan, so she'd probably just give it to him.
Okay, so yeah, if Rohan, you want to add that to your inventory, you can.
Okay.
It's called the Alchemist's Cookbook.
He would. Alchemist.
So basically, you can spend 8 hours of intellectual road for 20 GP, for each 20 gold pieces within the price of the item being created. So for 10 gold pieces, it only costs 4 hours. If it's 25 gold pieces, it would cost 12 hours, etc., etc., etc. And obviously, it would cost you that much gold to create those items. But each thing, you can create these list of items now.
Yeah.
Can you make them without being proficient with alchemist stuff?
I said alchemist or cook's utensils.
Oh, or okay, right.
Oh, shit, he doesn't know either. He's got a herbalism kit.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he can train some point in the future.
Exactly. So you can. That is something you could do: is train to learn proficiency.
What he'd also want to do, when he has the cookbook, he wants to hold at a cafeteria one day where he's cooking, and it's about Officer Ryback Memorial Picnic, where he's making the recipes for that Ryback made.
Fucking love that. That is so cute. Yeah, roll me a. Oh, is it? I can't think of a good roll for this. Just roll me a general charisma check or wisdom, your choice.
Just saying, he'd be trying to impress with the food, but let's just go charisma because it's. Yeah.
I think that you with your practice and your trying to create some of these recipes, they're not the best, but it's wholesome. Let's put it that way. It's a wholesome picnic, and I think you definitely get a point of inspiration for that. That's just too wholesome.
Yeah, he'd be like, step right up for the Officer Ryback Memorial picnic. We've got beans, whiskey,
Yeah,
whiskey with beans.
you see like Cricklet is like chittering to themselves as they like shovel down these beans into their mouth rather enthusiastically. You see Fred is like Lou, the best beans ever, Lou. And you see like Vina is even sort of like eating like a bean burrito. I imagine was one of the recipes in there. It's like a special smoked bean burrito that she's seems to be quite enjoying up. And you also see Whiz Pop is, whilst not eating anything because he doesn't need to consume food to stay alive, is kind of like sort of like trying to like enjoy the texture of it and just
Rulara's like picking up little pieces and putting them towards her shoulder where Ico is so he can have some.
Aw.
Very cute. Beans, bacon, whiskey, and love.
Nibble on the bean.
So we've had
Barney makes a big
yeah,
effort
go on.
of like big gift reception, lauding Rohan's skills, and just being like, "These are the best beans, bacon, love."
So don't thank me, thank Officer Ryback.
To Officer Robo.
And there
He'd
is
like chug some beans.
yeah, and it really is a great reception as people just celebrate the life of Winston Ryback, who was taken from all of you too soon, really. And it's a good week consisting of small celebrations, anticipation for the graduation, and of course as well studying and making sure that you continue your studies, because learning does not end with graduation. Finally,
Would there be
Oh, go on.
a test? Sorry.
No.
Would there be any more tests to be?
No, it would be mostly you keeping up with maintenance work. Every day you would be getting on board different ships and you would be instructed in maintenance by the different instructors there.
Okay.
Would Barney do anything in this sort of 2 weeks of downtime?
Yeah, I think his stuff would be quite gentle. Things have been kind of go, and he is still quite affected by the injuries and everything.
Course, yeah.
But he would take great pleasure in maintaining his equipment, getting it all polished up, making sure it's all great, the musket in particular. And I think he'd go and bond with Whizpop quite a lot. I think there's something he really enjoys about being this big GIF, talking to this happy little auto gnome and sort of learning from them. Maybe try and teach, because Barney has a dragon, can play dragon chess as well. Maybe try and teach Whizpop, but also try and challenge Safe. Is it Safe?
Yeah, Seth, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I love this. Make me if you're proficient with, use your proficiency as well. Make an intelligence check with your proficiency modifier if you're proficient with dragon chess set.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think.
30-20.
Let me roll. I think he would be quite good at this. I'm gonna roll. No, he rolls bad. You do manage to defeat Seth in a game of dragon chess despite his excellent skill. It's not easily done, but you do get one win off him, and he's sort of gives you a wink and a smile in response. Whizpop is 100% sort of looking up to you throughout the couple of weeks, and sort of becomes a bit of a kind of like follows you around at every opportunity, and it's like there when you fall asleep and is there when you wake up kind of thing to greet you, and it's really becoming quite close to you over the sort of couple of weeks. The first week maybe not as much, but the second week, the fact that you saved them and played such a huge part in keeping them alive, it's completely understandable they would look to their saviors as someone they can rely on, and they seem to be fitting in quite quickly within Spelljammer Academy.
Oh, wonderful.
One more thing, Natalie.
Go on.
I would like more spells. Can I have more spells?
Ooh.
Give me spells.
Certainly, you could certainly go look in the library. Do any investigation check for me.
Not to interrupt. Should I be getting rid of the bag of holding now?
Yes, they would. She would have asked for it back, actually.
Yeah, that's why I assumed. Done.
22.
22 is pretty fucking good. How much gold do you have?
Not that much. Only 77 gold.
You are in the academy though, so I don't think it would necessarily cost you, but it is going to cost you.
Barney would happily supplement. If that was an issue.
I think it would be at like probably a quarter of the cost, so let's say 50 gold pieces. If you take off 50 gold for me,
Mhm.
you can either you'd either have enough sort of with your that roll. It's up to you. I'll let you choose. You can either find 2 first level spells or 1 second level.
Oh,
Spell
second
scroll.
level, please.
Second level.
Yeah.
You got a 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say with a 22 you could find a specific spell. Is there a specific spell that you
There
want?
is. I want immovable object.
You would find a movable object and you could copy that into your spell book if you choose to
Yeah.
do so. Obviously, make sure you're spending the appropriate gold to do so. Because
I don't have any more.
it does cost gold to get it put in. Well, you've got the spell. So you've got the spell scroll for now, but you obviously will need to require more resources to
I've got a
copy
few
that.
scrolls now to do. Because I've still got the
Just do
rope
it.
trick I need to do.
How much is it, Hannah?
I don't know. I'll have to look at it. I don't know how much it costs to copy things.
Spell
Right.
scrolls.
I have to Google.
I cannot remember.
This Rohan would definitely give you some money if
For each level of the spell,
because he's like,
sorry, go
Same
on.
with
Trying
Barney.
to buy some paper, and it's like, well,
For each
Can't
level of
buy
the
it.
spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces. The cost represents material components. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think it reduces it if it's from a spell in your particular school, but I don't know if that applies with your subclass.
wait,
I
first
don't
level spells then.
So for each level of the spell, so it would cost 100 gold pieces for a second level spell. I think.
Rohan would give you 50.
Yeah, 50 each, Rohan.
Be like, thanks for helping me find the cookbook. And you know,
there you go.
saving my life.
Oh, well, I'd do my best, but thank you. Well, this might help in both of us in the future as well.
Yeah, we're a team.
This will help Team Blaster Cannon.
Exactly, teamwork.
Team Gun Badger.
Keeps changing. What was it before? Team Moon something? I can't remember.
Moonhammer.
Moonhammer, that's
Yeah.
it. For all your lovely role playing over the course of your downtime, all get a point of inspiration, a further point,
Nice. Up to 4.
and you find yourselves on a couple of days before your graduation, and you've been assigned to the Flighty Foundling to perform sort of maintenance and cleaning duties, quite basic jobs, just getting everything spick and spam before scrubbing decks, making minor repairs before graduation takes place in a couple of days. Quickly just as you're deep in your tasks, a shadow of another ship passes over the deck of the Flighty Foundling. The ship
shit.
looks like it's preparing to dock on the level directly above you. And the ship, instantly, Rohan, you recognise it as the pirate ship you saw beyond the asteroid.
Would
It's-
anyone be around?
There isn't anyone around apart from you. I'm currently on the dock. The ship looks like a giant metal insect. Its hull gleams in the sunlight.
Yeah,
You
he'd start running towards where Barney and Brillara are.
Yeah. Ropes suddenly drop from the vessel and land on the main deck of the flighty foundling near the stern castle. Two brawny, hippo-headed humanoids, GIF, dressed from combat, zip down the lines on steel loops. They land on the deck with a resounding thud, and one of them points at you, Barney, snorts and says, "Get off our ship." Can you all please, once I drag you over, place your tokens. Once this loads for me, because it's being really lucky. Place your tokens here.
Where?
Here. Anywhere you think you'd be on the main deck. And they've landed.
I'm lagging.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just, which level was it? I was too zoomed in. Okay, there.
Lag.
I really like the design of all this Spelljammer stuff. It's like sea-based, but in space and kind of...
Very,
The animal ships are so cool.
very,
Yeah.
Treasure Planet-esque.
Makes a big difference to the shitty wooden ships in my one that just like barely stay afloat.
Yeah. Could you please all roll initiative for me?
Initiative.
Someone said
They've rolled
Like the
exactly the
Spelljammer.
same initiative. It's so annoying.
To me, to you.
I remember reading like the Spelljammer book wasn't meant to be great, but this adventure's been awesome.
Apparently the adventure's great, but people are
Yeah.
not very happy with like the more like rules stuff for ships and stuff like that because it's just very basic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think it's more the like rules stuff that people are very unhappy with.
Yeah.
Most people are loving the adventure though.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've really liked the change in aesthetic so much. Just imagining that Rohan is from the same place we did the Waterdeep campaign is just like so weird.
The fucking... What's up, Waterdeep? Who's the big man now? It's so fucking good.
So, up first is Rohan Moonriver.
Okay. 5-foot radius. If he did his...
Is what?
I think his moonbeam, could he get both of them in the middle?
Yes, he could, I think.
Yeah.
Just about.
So it's 5-foot radius. So that's that.
Yeah, be like a circle like that. So I think you definitely could.
So he's doing it
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
One creature. I'll just place it.
It is when they start their turn, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to roll the damage now, or should I do it?
We'll do it
on their
as
turn?
they get there, I think.
Okay.
Bar-
He's like, oh man, the moon be with me.
Barnabas, it's your go.
And Barney goes for the musket. It's been polishing it up just for this occasion. Are they carrying any weapons?
100%. You see multiple weapons on them. You see a long sword, a musket, and do a perception check to see if you notice the last thing, because it's a little bit more hidden. Natural 20. You know,
22.
do a just an Arcana check as well for me. It's pretty low DC with your natural 20, but just seeing if he would definitely know this.
5.
That was the DC.
Wait.
Because of the natural 20, you recognise these specifically. You would know this because they're specifically GIF weapons. They've got force grenades. These
Oh,
are
Jesus.
they're strong. You don't know much about the exact nature of them with a 5, but you know they're strong.
Okay. In that case, but they're not holding it, are they?
No,
Are they holding anything?
It's on their belt. They're holding muskets, both of them.
Okay, I'll make it a disarming attack. Damn it! 13.
13 would unfortunately hit.
Hey! I'll make it an astral spark attack as well.
Which one are you
strength
shooting
save.
at, by the way?
Oh, top one, closest to him.
So, oh shit, I clicked it by accident. Sorry. You can take that damage if you want. I've accidentally rolled it, but you can re-roll it if you choose.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks very much.
Thought so.
Plus 2
Plus
to that,
2,
so
so
13.
down to that. And a strength saving throw. They're pretty strong, as you may imagine.
Yeah.
13.
I believe that passes. Yeah, 12.
Okay, so yeah,
That's
pass.
fine. And I read his injury thing again.
Mhm.
And I think it's open to interpretation, but I don't think he's meant to really be able to move at all with that unless he's using his cane and the gun's 2 hands. So it gets kind of weird. I won't be like super strict on myself, but
no, I think it's more than fair that the way I want to rule it is you've got 15 feet of movement. You don't have to worry about switching between your cane. I think that's very cumbersome and not very fun. And you can't dash. So 15 feet movement and you can't dash.
Okay.
I think that's
Then he'd
more
just
than reasonable.
Call out to Rilara and just say, they spread out. They've got force grenades, and he'd move to the side up here. And that's my turn.
Fantastic. Up next is the gift shipmates.
Well, should I roll damage?
Oh yes, please do, and I will do
The
that.
moonbeam. And they need to go Constitution saving first. Oh!
Very
Nice.
good. Con saves.
I mean,
Boom boom. Top one and then bottom one. 14 and a 5. So top one, does that pass, Kieran, I assume, the 14?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay, so he takes half damage, I believe. So that's 7. So... And this one takes the full damage. Which brings him down to that. Ouch. Big hits. It is their turn, though. So this top one is going to he's going to fire his musket at Barnabas. 17.
Musket fire. Yep, that hits.
6 points of piercing damage to you. The
that.
bottom one is... Yeah, I think they see you as a bit of like an affront to them, Barnabas. I think they are going to try and focus down you with their first couple of shots. An 8 does miss though from the second one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they make 2 each. That's my bad. So
Bastards.
the second one. So this second one does 2 shots. It's another one, and then a 20 for a further 11 points of piercing damage.
Jesus, so loud. Musket fire going back and forth.
Rulara, it's your go.
Is there anything nearby to climb onto?
Oh, definitely. You could go up these stairs up to the forecastle, which would take you up to this like parts up here to gain a vantage point. There were definitely like side bits on the ship, like rope and stuff. You could climb onto the side, sort of along here.
Thinking more climbing speed type things. Anything upwards?
Not
Instead.
really on the deck of this ship, to be honest, because if you look at the... Oh, actually, no, there would be a mast, but it's more back. It's like if you look at the bottom of this map, you'll see a sort of side view of what the ship looks like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay. I should just go upstairs for now, I think then. Back up towards the stairs. Over here? Over there, probably. Yeah. Spreading out-ish. And she will...
Oh, you do have Ickle with you as well, I'll remind you.
Oh yeah. There's not a... Is there a range? There must be a range. Right, there's no range. Throat Ickle. Bonus action Throat Ickle. That one.
Oh yeah, I'd say it was probably at least, like, you could throw him 60 feet. So you're definitely within range.
Does he end up in the moonbeam?
You could probably angle it so he doesn't. And also he's a thing campster, so any area effect spells always seem to miss as well. So you don't need to. Yeah.
He's invincible.
He literally is invincible.
Yeah. And at did he hit 10? No. Action. Let's just.
I will
let's
remind
just
you,
do
just so you don't forget. Obviously, I don't want you to tell you to what to do. But if you, cool thing about Ickle is if you do cast Enlarge on him.
I remember, but I haven't seen the stats, so I don't know if he's just gonna get killed in like one shot or anything. Yep.
You've got to try it to find out.
You know?
But
I know.
If you do it, then I'll certainly show you the stats.
Yeah, fuck it. I want to see the stats. Let's enlarge Ickle.
Okay, so let's drag Ickle out as you cast Enlarge on him. Big Ickle.
Yeah.
He's that big, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're big.
Big boy.
I will enable it so all players can see and Hannah can edit. Boom, there you go. So you can see.
Let's have a look.
So they're pretty decent, they're not amazing.
Alright. Gonna die in maybe 2 hits.
So he will act on your turn.
Okay.
But obviously you've had him bite already, so you have to wait until next turn to have him act. But
he's a big boy.
yeah, he's a big boy. And when he is knocked to 0 HP, he returns back to Little Ickle. That's how it works. So is that your turn, Rilara?
That's it.
You would be concentrating as well.
Yep.
Rohan, it's your go.
Rohan's gonna shout out with his second level healing word. Use the moon cannon, Barney! And cast healing word at second level on him. Oh!
Nice.
Amazing.
And he's going to use his action to dodge.
Oi.
Nice.
Respect the dodge.
Put the dodge symbol on you.
Thank you.
Barnabaeus, it is your go.
He can't. I mean, Ickle's
Yeah,
big fluffy butts.
he would be in the way.
No.
Although he
So-
is a 4-legged creature, so he would be down. The gifts are really fucking tall, so and you're really tall, so you would actually be able to see the gif on the other side because they're standing almost 9
Yes,
feet tall, and he's not. He's on this all fours, so he'd only be about 6 feet tall with that, I think.
He's gonna shoot that one on the top then.
Okey-doke. Make an attack roll for him.
No, he's not.
No inspiration.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Pew.
Yeah!
So the 22.
Go moon cannon.
Moon cannon. 8 damage.
Very nice. Gift shipmates.
Should I re-roll Moonbeam?
Yeah, they did not move out of it in that. Would they have rolled out of it? I didn't move them out of it, so I think they were just focusing so hard on trying to take down Barnabas, they didn't think to do it, so...
Big.
Let's go boom boom. And one passes, one fails.
That one at the bottom.
7 to him.
Getting
And
fried.
that one is going
Moon style.
Right, so they definitely so the one at the bottom is going first. So he's definitely going to move out now, and he's like pissed at you, Brohan. So he is going to. Yeah, he can hit all three of you with this actually.
Oh.
He's going to use his force grenade.
Oh god damn it! We did not spread out enough.
Everyone makes a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I've got advantage, right? Because I'm dodging.
You would indeed, yeah, have advantage.
Oh yeah, nice.
Pass. Pass. Fail. So anyone on a failure takes the full damage from this. Anyone on obviously takes half damage.
Oh, little.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Oh lordy love us.
So half damage, so 13 if you passed. And then 27 for you, Barney. Pff, that's a big old...
I looked down at that map and was like, okay, that's a thing. And I was still like thinking this in my head as a big pillar.
Oh, yeah.
It was really dumb. No, I even looked at the diagram and was like, yeah. But then looked back up and was like, it's a pillar.
Alright, so D6.
Oh,
Yeah.
little Ickle is back.
Little Ickle. Comes back.
Wait, what? It hit Ickle as well as us three.
No, it didn't.
No,
But she
my
won't...
con save.
You do have inspiration if you wanted to use it. Just saying.
Oh, I see.
To keep big Ickle.
Oh, I do actually. Yeah, go on, let's use one. Let's see how it goes. No.
No. Unfortunately, he is Little Ickle once again. The top one is going to fire at Barnabas after moving out.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Pff, misses though, both shots. Fire wide.
Right in my luck.
Relara, it's your go.
I can't change my health, by the way.
Oh shit, wait, I should have done con.
Oh yeah, con save, please. What's your health at, Relara?
It's at 9.
17. I always forget. 27 damage.
No, you took half though anyway. So
Yeah, half.
it's definitely 10 for you.
Okay.
My turn. Rulara is gonna try and gravity hold this one up here.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
She'll move back another over here.
Fails the 5.
Yes, paralyzed.
That's a whole person again.
Ickle starts running back. Can he dash, Ickle?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, let's get in there. Guys up here. If I go through this door.
Oh, so you
where
wouldn't
am
be
I?
up there, so you'd be up here.
Yeah.
So you
Oh.
see? So it says on the where it says forecastle, this is the forecastle. Up here.
Right. So, what is this circle thing? Yeah. I'll go back. Over here?
So if you look at the bottom map, it would be like a telescope, it looks like.
Oh yeah.
That's a
just go
telescope
around it.
there.
Well, I'll stand next to it.
Okay, cool. Rohan, it's your go.
Rehan's going to use his bonus action to do that. Then
What's he doing?
he moved the moonbeam.
Oh, awesome.
God, I don't know whether to do it because I want to move up and heal Barney, but then force grenade.
Yeah.
This guy's used his only force grenades, so.
Oh, this other guy hasn't, though.
But he is paralysed, though.
Oh, he's paralyzed. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and then he'll cast a first from his I forgot to say this, but he knows Iron Stone of Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he has a chance in the downtime,
Oh, yeah,
he's basically just
Yeah,
gonna
100% makes sense. He would pump it full of cure wounds.
I
yeah.
think it's an action to move Moonbeam.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bonus action.
Moonbeam is annoying.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cleric privilege.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna move a moonbeam, and then he's going to second level healing word on Barney. Bonus action.
Moon be with you.
10
Oh my god.
points, very
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you very much.
And that means he can move back a bit as well to the grenade. So we go up to the forecastle, which is up there.
Yeah, definitely very
Go on.
spread out now.
Yeah, up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Awesome.
looking down on the deck.
Fantastic. Barney, it is your go once more.
I have to do this just because it's cool. 5, 10, 15. Damn my slow, crippled legs. I will action dash to get to this guy. As he moves, 'cause he sees he's paralyzed, and he's not going to waste this opportunity. On the way, he's like panting, pulling his crippled leg along. Second wind. And then he will drop the musket on the deck and action surge, pull out the greatsword,
Nice.
and make an attack at advantage.
Hits. Auto crit.
Auto crit.
So,
So
12 plus that. So 12 plus 8 is 20.
15.
I think that's right?
You don't get the modifier again.
Oh, so
it'd be
15, 20.
plus 5 is 20.
20, yeah. Big hit. He's still,
Slash.
he's still alive. This shipmate is got the moonbeam on him, so he's gonna have to make another con save.
Yeah, I rolled a moonbeam. Oh, not as good this time.
He passes though with a DC through the 13 exactly.
So 2 radiant damage.
Boom. He will move out of the moonbeam. He's actually going to run up to Barnabas.
Cool.
And with his long sword drawn, two-handed, he's going to boom boom. Misses both attacks though, as Barney parries them with his cane, I imagine. This other guy has got no turn because he's a held person. He does make another whiz save.
Pull yourself a gift.
Oh!
Fails again, still paralysed. Whole person's a 6 spell. Relara, it's your go.
Can't see from here, right? Just
Oh,
have to move up.
100% you could see from there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you're looking down over the ship, remember?
Yeah, like when you look at the bottom picture, you can definitely see.
It's just okay. You can see from like way back here.
I think so.
Like,
Remember they're
Shit.
9 feet tall.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you got
Yeah,
3
yeah, true.
massive gift fighting on the other side. And an awesome hippo fight.
Get the really strong teeth out. Let's do a. Well, Barney's in the way now. He's in the middle.
Yeah, I wanted to stop him throwing grenades.
Can I do that? Can I do this? How far away am I? Someone do a ruler.
You are 4th one back. This level. 70? 65 to
70?
75?
Okay. Hmm. Oh, it's confusing. No, let's concentration as well.
If you're not sure, then just look at the bottom map, because you're up here. I'll put a little token. So you're here. Rohan's here. Barney is down here, and that's where.
Yeah.
So you would be like 65 feet away.
Cool. It's just a real kind of boring turn, but with the firebolt, it's gonna do something else.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait. Just in case Barney wants to get away, she will halve your weight, Barney, and you can go an extra 10 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so light.
Yeah.
You can
Although,
move
I
as
mean,
much
your
as
gifts are still
Bungo.
pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got halfling speed now. I'll take it, thank you.
God, that's like what Rosina stuff, like her charging and always just getting left behind in the dust.
Yeah.
She's gone now, though. She's gone.
and Ickle just comes closer. And comes up here.
Nice. He would be back at you
That's
if you wanted to chuck him again.
Oh, I think I could chuck him that far, but yeah.
I think I'd say
That's it.
60 feet. So
Yeah, that's fair.
you can move forward and then
That's it.
back if you wanted to.
Hmm.
30 feet movement. Yeah. You could...
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get that guy.
Okay.
Go on, Ickle.
Yeah, make the attack for me.
I'm lagging. I'll press the button.
Nah, misses unfortunately.
He's missed 4 times. I've done that, and he's missed every time.
That's unlucky. Right, so it is Rohan's go.
Oh, Ickle, no. Ickle, no.
I will remind
Gonna put him
you.
in.
Yeah,
Ickle is invincible.
he is invincible essentially. So.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh, if he knows he's Harvard Rohan. I'll do an intelligence check to see if Rohan's remembered. But then it's also Barney. But then also he loves animals, so. Yeah, he'd remember, so.
Yeah.
He's gonna do. He's like, I'm trying, little dude! As he moves it.
Okie doke.
He's gonna first level healing word Barnabas.
Yay!
Nice. 6 healing.
He's like, I didn't mean you, Barney, I meant the hamster!
Barnabas,
Big
it's your
hippo
go.
comes up. +6, first of all. Right, this guy's still paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Time to die.
Hits. Auto crit again. 21 damage, I think, this time.
Yep.
He is dead.
Lashes him down. Turns to face the other one.
Boom, it is his turn, but he has to make a con save. Moonbeam me up, please. Rohan. He does
Moonbeam!
pass.
Great.
3 damage.
Moonbeam's really like. I never realised it's really good, but also really
Inconsistent.
swingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2d10.
Oh, it is his turn, sorry. He's gonna double longsword against you. Boom.
Yes. For the
I
death.
think both hit.
They do.
14 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Rulara, it is your go again.
Rulara, how bad is this gift looking now? Let me see.
He's bloodied.
Far away. Okay.
Yeah, he's taking a few moonbeams to the face.
I think she'll just try and hold person on him, to be honest.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Yeah.
Boom. Fails.
Oh my god.
These whole
Nice.
persons have been real good. He is
Yeah.
paralyzed. Is that your turn?
Yep. If Ickle doesn't die from that,
No.
he comes over closer.
Doesn't he somehow dodges out the way of the moonbeam?
Oh yeah.
Ever watched a hamster dodge light before?
There's the other guy who had the grenade, right? The dead one.
The dead one had the grenade, yeah.
He'd move down the stairs a bit.
He's taken that when this guy's dealt with.
Let's see how many grenades he had as well. B just had one.
Shit. He's not moving the moonbeam, but he doesn't have anything else. Why doesn't Ray have a ranged weapon?
Cantrips, right?
Yeah, but nothing. Bitch. Such a lady.
Oh,
Underclass.
oh right.
I haven't been
All that time with a full Spelljammer arsenal at his beck and call.
well, I don't think he'd try too hard at something. He'll just do another. He'll dodge and do another healing word at Barney.
Amazing.
Back to you, Barnabas, and this guy is now fucking paralyzed.
Well. Yeah, Barney's not whipping or anything. He's just gonna cut this guy down. Gift to gift.
Definitely
Oh,
hits.
oh. Wait, I rolled musket. Oops. Sorry, ignore that damage.
Yeah, reroll.
I'll just straight roll greatsword damage.
Blow him in the face. No. Blunderbuss it up. I feel like Blunderbuss shouldn't have.
It's an auto crit as well,
20.
so it's 22.
22, yeah.
Yeah. And he'll pump in his last astral
24.
thing, so 24.
Not that much. He's paralysed. He make con save at the start of his turn because he's stuck in the moonbeam.
Jesus, guy's having a bad time.
Fails. If you want to roll that damage,
Oh!
this could be it. If you roll high enough.
16.
Oh my
So
god, the highest one
1
yet.
HP.
Oh my god! The perfect Ickle damage.
Does recover.
Come on, Ickle.
He does get out of the paralyzed, and he's like, "Rah, rah." Rilara. Ickle can get
Yeah.
there.
Come here, Ickle.
Vroom. Toss Issel once more.
Come on. Come on, he must. Come on, he's gonna hit one day. Fuck's sake, Ickle.
Inspiration.
Oh, using inspiration. Not on a bite, no.
No.
No, let's just firebolt him. I think I can get him from here.
Ickle tries to jump forwards, but misses once more and goes tumbling across the deck of the ship. But 26
Me too.
and 5 fire damage
Work on your
is
aim, Ickle.
more than enough as the shipmate is killed.
Nice.
However,
I love the thought of like high level Rulara manipulating gravity around Ickle and making him like a black hole as she throws him through a crowd of people.
Hell yeah.
Everything gets sucked in.
whilst combat is over, you do hear coming from what sounds like closer to the cadet quarters and nearer where... do a perception check actually, just to see if you can know exactly where you think this is coming from, each of you.
And can Rohan run over to... In this time, could he do a cure wounds on all three of them?
100%.
Yeah, basically burning out his...
You're out of initiative order, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, so... This one is for Barney. This one's for Relara.
You-
And this one's for Rohan. And that's all his
69
eyeing
both
then
ways.
was that.
Huh?
Barnabas, you would 100% hear where this is coming from. You recognise this is coming from sort of the other side of the academy in the direction of the cadet quarters, and you also think it's, with that higher perception, you think it's probably near the where the brig is.
Shit. Micken.
Right.
We've got to move. They're after Micken.
They're trying to get in
Yeah.
the captain's quarters.
Just follow me, Rohan. Well, actually, I'm slow as shit. Follow Rulara.
Remember, you got the 10 feet thing, so we can go slightly faster.
Oh yeah.
Did Relara put her 9 healing on?
Yeah, Natalie, can you put it on for me? Because it's not letting me. I'll
If,
put it on my D&D Beyond. But
if you click on Rulara and then click character sheet, you should be able to adjust it on her character sheet, and that will change it.
And you can just click on the token and then click on the green number and change that.
Oh yeah, you can change it. I don't know why it's greyed out, but
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
So it looks a lot healthier.
nice. So you're rushing towards this, yeah?
Yeah.
So, as you leave the ship and you race towards the cadet quarters and closer to the brig, you begin to hear sounds of musket fire as you close in on this location. You reach the bottom of the stairs and suddenly you see a corridor that's filled with smoke. A half dozen dead bodies litter the hallway floor. Coming towards you, obscured by the smoke, are 2 gaunt figures in armour. One clutches a greatsword while the other holds a struggling, badly wounded Micken Haverstance. The hallway in the cadet quarters you see has got a number of corpses, some Spelljammer cadets, and also there are also you see 2 dead guards, 2 dead sailors, and there seems to be 2 dead members of this extraction force, 1 Gith and 1 Githyanki. There is 2 rooms that lie east of your characters, a laundry room about sort of 20 feet off the stairs, and there's another dormitory like 20 feet beyond that. You'd see that they are heading in the direction that you came from, it seems like. They go to attack you.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
move you back to the academy map. Can you please once more roll initiative for me?
Oh my lord. Used all my 2nd level spells already.
We gotta repel the invaders.
You can see
it's probably-
both these gifts do look like they're wounded.
Okay.
Oh.
They look like they've been in a fight
Oh,
already.
and
Already.
can Barney have taken the force grenade? Oh,
I thought you would have,
Yes,
so
okay.
100% yes.
yeah.
Barney's just going to be like, I don't care about the traitor.
Fire in the hole.
I hope Barney just has it on his body so when he dies it just goes off and it's like, boom.
Better fucking believe it.
And Rohan's like, oh, fuck, I was going to revive him.
There's nothing left, man. He went to the moon.
Right, at the top of the turn order, Barnabas. They're about 20 feet away from you. These are spots you. One of is grappling things, the other has got a great sword.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 trick shot left. Would a disarming shot mean he lets go of Micken?
100%. That is way too cool. And if this
Then
works,
we
point
do it.
if it works, point of inspiration, just because it's so fucking cool.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Take another inspiration point. Oh.
unfortunately,
13.
no, unfortunately, it does miss.
Yep. Goes wide.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, he just yells out and says, "Fight them, Micken!"
This one is grappling Micken, so I'll just make sure that's clear. This Githyanki warrior rushes forwards, this other one. And Barnabas, I imagine, is would be up front.
Yep.
Two great sword attacks against you, Barnabas. Ooh, 1 and 2. Goes wide. This other one's just holding Micken. He can't do anything. Rohan, it is your go.
God. How this guy?
Mm-hmm.
He's basically going to put the moonbeam on him
Okay.
without getting
Without
Barney,
Yeah, you'd be able to do that.
and he'll first level healing word Barney.
Or you wouldn't be able to do both, because the moonbeam was quite far away from this. This was a...
But isn't that an action? This is a bonus action.
But they're both spells.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. He'll dodge then. No, wait, no. He'll Oh fuck.
You could Shillelagh. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but I'm nowhere near, am I?
No, but you can just put it on your weapon, and then it's on your weapon.
Yeah, Shillelagh then.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Rulara, it's your go.
Wait. So no moonbeam.
No,
Yeah.
you could moonbeam if you
There we
wanted
go.
to.
No,
Yeah,
no.
if you drop the
fine.
moonbeam, then healing word, you go for it.
Yeah.
No, he rather moonbeam.
Okay, so you got the moonbeam up. Rulara, it's your go.
Come on, Ickle. One more time.
Shum, Ickle. Natural
Yes!
20.
Fucking hell, finally.
2 points of
Crickle.
damage. Make a con
Yes.
save for him.
Oh, well, not me.
No. He does pass though, so he's not blinded, unfortunately.
God damn it.
The first different race that Ickle hits, you have to be like, he has a taste for that race.
Oh yeah.
He gets advantage against that race or something stupid like that.
Oh, yeah. Rulara has run out of second level spell slots now, so she's gonna do some cantrips, really. Let's do some firebolts at that one, the one in front.
Okay. Roll an attack for me. Misses.
Shit. She'll step back, right to the back.
Okay. Micken is... He just looks up, he's like, please help me! Don't let them take me! And he's going to try and struggle free. Tested athletics check. It's very unlikely.
But
I mean, it could happen. No. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
But it's a...
Oh my god.
But because it's a 3, it literally makes no difference. Nothing changes.
that one's in that one though.
It's true. Isn't that one?
It's a
No, yeah.
critical fail.
Kieran's right.
Screens his arm.
So he does manage to break free. That is his action. So
God, that
he's stuck in the middle of them though, so there's not much he can do.
Yeah.
And he can't cast any spells because he's not got his... unless any of them are just verbal. He's not got... he could pass some things, but nothing good. Oh, he could pass... there is some things he can cast, actually. But he can't...
Oh, you said that was
But
his action.
that's his action, and just seeing for next turn. Barnabas, it's your go.
Great sword attack. Yeah. Oh.
Misses, unfortunately.
I will use inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, feels bad, man. I want to save them up.
That's the thing. You want to re-roll them, but you also want to save them up. Nice. 22 does hit. 10 points of damage.
Who's got the rope of entanglement? Is it me
You
or
do.
You.
Bunny?
I said
I've got
many.
it?
Yeah, I put it in your inventory because you didn't add it to your inventory for some reason.
I did, didn't I?
I also
Didn't.
didn't take it
I
out
had-
of mine. Stupid. So I've taken it out now.
I'm just confused. I just can't remember.
I
'Cause
added.
I
I
remember chucking
had.
it out.
I looked at it earlier and I added it for you because it was meant to be for
Okay.
you.
Yeah, but then yeah.
The Githyanki warrior is going to do a con save because he is in the moonbeam.
Yep.
Die!
Oh, why is it doing that? Okay. It does fails. 8 points of radiant damage. To write home about. He's going to rush out of it though towards Barney, and then he's going to make 2 great sword attacks. Both miss though.
Ching!
Oh, I forgot to roll something. No, doesn't matter. It's fine. The second one is gonna try and yeah, it's not quite that dicey yet. It's gonna try and re-grab Micken.
Oh.
Come on, Micken. Nat 20. Easy peasy. Punch him in the balls.
Worm
No,
away.
he is grappled
Sure.
again. Rohan, it is your go.
Just where it. Hang on. Just see some. Okay, I can't do it anyway. Don't worry.
I would say with the positioning of the Scythianki warrior now, you would not be able to not hit Barney with the moonbeam. Because he's like positioning
Could he
himself right up to Barney.
Could
We're
he
at an
move
angle.
the moonbeam over to the other Githyanki?
You definitely could. There's a... Or I would have to make
No
you make a check
way.
though to see if it hits Micken. You could-
Maybe that's not worth it then. Oh, it's tempting.
Just chuck me in it, man.
No,
Give
I'm
me
gonna,
a moon
I'm gonna get rid of the moonbeam. He's got Shillelagh. He's gonna cast Enlarge on himself. There's his last spell slot.
Yes.
Very nice. You could fill up the room. You would be large sized, but you're
Yeah.
sort of like right up to the ceiling, sort of like crouching down slightly.
And he's gonna move up to this Githyanki fighting Barnabas. And also cast Healing Word on Barnabas.
Woo!
You couldn't,
Oh, no,
couldn't
you
do
can't.
that.
No, yeah, I always
does.
forget. I haven't
Yeah.
played enough casters. Yeah, so that's what he does. Gets big, goes in.
Get me.
Nice. Rulara, it's your go.
Well, Rohan's big butt is right in my way now. So
Definitely is.
she's gonna. I assume he's like up to the ceiling now. At
Oh,
this
yeah,
point.
he definitely 100% is.
She's just gonna try and climb up you, Rohan, and jump off to get in front of you.
Well, Rohan's right next to the Githyanki, so
Oh, he's right next to it. Shit. All right, just from Rohan's shoulder, then. Do some firebolts.
yeah, you definitely could do that. I'd say because you've got such a good vantage point with Rohan climbing up as well, you get advantage.
Nice. Sorry, Rohan, I'll try not to get your hair.
Shoulderception. Rulara
Oh,
on
yeah.
Rohan's shoulder and Ickle on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's just 13 does miss, unfortunately. However, with a cool, I
Oh,
think
no.
that's a cool little play there. So I think I'll give both of you inspiration for that.
Yeah.
Cool tactics, despite the miss.
Like-
Micken is going to try and break out again.
Come on,
Oh,
Micken.
Micken, you can do it. Ah.
5 versus. Nat 20s.
Oh,
It's like, you're not going anywhere. Barnabas. Skipped over your...
Flank.
Oh, I forgot to roll something. No, doesn't matter. Keep going. Yeah, you would be able to flank. You would push around him. Yeah, definitely hits.
7 damage.
This is looking very rough. The other one is still grappling. He's holding his turn for now. He's holding an action though, I will say that much. He's like got his greatsword up to Mikken's sort of like neck. And he's like, come any closer and I'll cut him!
Rohan is he within range where he could run right up to this guy?
No, because you can't push past these two.
Okay,
It's a too narrow a corridor.
Right. Guess he's doing it then. Why do I have +2 of a club but not? He's gonna
should use,
hit him
with
with
Shillelagh, it should use a wisdom modifier, I believe.
Just like the idea that it's your big club. Yeah. Gonna hit him, Shillelagh.
Oh yeah.
12 does miss, unfortunately, even with the flanking.
Hit.
As you crash into the floor.
Yeah. That's it. What's he concentrating?
You were concentrating on and large.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's still concentrating on that.
Rulara, it's your go.
I think Ickle can climb back up by this point, so she's going to chuck him again.
Yeah.
From above onto this guy. Come on, Ickle. You know how to chew the eyeballs out, right?
Hits.
Oh.
1 point of
He's got a
damage.
taste of blood.
Constitution saving throw for this guy.
Yeah.
No, he's not blinded though.
1 damage at least.
Yeah, you got the 1 damage off.
And from Rohan's shoulder, she's going to fire a firebolt at this guy over here.
Okay.
Right at the back.
Wouldn't get advantage on this one.
That's fine.
In fact, and he would... Oh, this is a risky... Oh, the 20 you'd hit him regardless. I'd say with a risky shot. If you got a slightly below, you might hit Micken. But you do hit with that though, so it's fine.
It's only 2 damage, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Micken is going to try and break out again. Boom. Versus... Oh, he's rolling so...
God.
God damn it, Mickey.
Micken.
Stop being such a
No.
weenie.
Help me! Barnabas, it's your go.
Fuck.
Oh, wait, actually, Barnabas, because you're standing behind him, can you do a quick, where is it? Do a quick, a perception check for me.
21.
21 is pretty fucking good. You see on the back of her neck, or back of this guy's neck, tattooed is like this strange sigil. That's all I'll say.
It's just the benefit of me watching the videos back from earlier sessions earlier. Does it match? Didn't we find a sigil
You did.
when there was an attack on the
It is
hangar, the explosion?
exactly the same.
Oh.
Well remembered and a point of inspiration for
Yeah.
remembering such a key bit of information.
Beep. Okay. Okay. It's all the same guys. Fuck. Barney wants to save Micken. And he's worried that if we kill this fuck, that guy's gonna just execute Micken.
Rohan does have something in the bag if he can get there.
Rohan can get there, or Barney can get there.
If Rohan was gonna go there, he was gonna use 5 points of inspiration to club this guy.
Amazing.
I will say,
Whatever.
you can't spend inspiration to hit someone. It's to do an extra effect on top if you hit.
If he, I assume
Yeah, but what-
if he clubbed him, then
Yes.
extra.
If he hit and only 5 points of inspiration on top.
Oh, you
See
do.
what that does.
You would do like 5d6 extra damage.
Yeah.
For whatever the weapon damage dice, I can't remember.
That was his plan.
Are the ranges accurate?
No. Oh, actually, they'd be like 15 feet from you, probably.
Oh, Buck. He's gonna do it, I think. Yeah, Barney's gonna, like, look like he's going to try and attack this guy with the greatsword, like he raises the greatsword up,
Yeah.
and then he just fucking turns, like dropping the greatsword, and just hippo lumbers. And this guy
I love
trying to
it.
fucking tackle him
Yeah,
and
do
grapple him.
a athletics check for me.
GIF advantage. Ooh.
It's a 5. So yeah, you do manage to pull him apart, and now you've like Micken falls to the floor and sort of like knocks himself slightly on the floor, and you just see Barnabas like runs forward at this guy as fast as he possibly can, considering his injury, his cane falling to the floor as he does, and Barnabas kind of stumbles forwards, and then like he looks like he's about to fall, but then he sort of just, these two huge meaty hands grab hold of the like scruff of this Githyanki, and he like picks him up and then like falls into the wall with him, and he's just like pushing up against the wall, this Githyanki, and the Githyanki takes 6 points of damage just because your momentum is, you're so big, falling, like knocking him back, and he is considered grappled.
Amazing.
Wesker.
It's like Wesker. Githyanki warrior down here, now that Barnabas is pushed by. Speaking of which, he would have taken attack of opportunity.
Yo,
at you.
yes, I meant to say. Definitely accept that.
Misses though.
Woohoo!
This guy will turn around and try and hit Rohan though. 8 misses, but 15 does hit.
Yep, even with the shield.
Oh wait,
Oof.
does it? With the shield? What? Oh yeah, 15,
It's
yeah.
15 with the shield.
19 points of damage in total.
Ooh.
And a con save to see if
Great.
you can say big mode. You do.
Nice.
This one up here, now that you're free, is gonna... He just reaches down, grabs his great sword, and he's just gonna like pound... Well, actually no, he's gonna bonus action, he's gonna Misty Step out of your grasp. He's still right next to you. And then he's gonna great sword you twice.
Damn, that's cool.
Hitting both times.
Yep. Oh.
lot.
So 19 plus...
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you see Mick and looks down, he's like, Barnabas, no! Rohan, it's your go.
Rohan,
Be a wanker, Micken.
gonna healing word Barnabas.
Oh, injury check. Yeah, he passed.
He's like, "You're too big to go down, man!" And then he's gonna try and club the guy next to him.
Yeah, do it.
Fuck. Can I use an inspiration to reroll?
100%. Oh, you're rolling at the wrong thing. You should be rolling with Shalala.
Oh,
It stays on.
well, the second one would have hit, right?
With Shalala, yes, it would have hit.
Okay. Why doesn't he have it here? So his Shalala's
Bonus actions.
1d8 plus 3, but what's the damage with... because he's big.
An extra d4.
Yeah.
11 bludgeoning,
Yeah.
3 points.
How'd you fucking execute this guy?
I imagine, like, Rohan's just like, "Man, you gotta stay away from my friends!" And then he just, like, kind of uses a club like a bitch slap, but this guy's head just crumples in and he falls to the floor. And he's like, "Damn, man, I'm pretty big." That's it.
Amazing. Rulara is your go.
This guy's down now, so she's gonna jump from Rohan's shoulder
Mhm.
in front, next to Barney, or near to Barney, like over here.
Yeah.
Uh,
So it'd be more like this.
Bonus action, she's going to chuck the rope of entanglement at this guy.
Oh, very nice. It's a strength save, right?
The target must succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or become restrained.
That 20s.
Shit. Okay.
It would be your bonus action because your special little monkey paws.
Yeah, my monkey paws. Alright, well, Barney's back up now, so she'll just do a firebolt at him, I guess.
Okay. Oh, misses that one.
That's it.
Micken is now free.
Oh, wait. Rohan wants to shout something out for Micken's turn.
Oh, go for it.
He's like, Micken, redeem yourself, man! Show us what you're made of! Show us what an academy can do!
He gives you a very stern nod, Rohan, then he turns back to the Githyanki and he's gonna arcane. Oh, actually, let's do this instead. This is kind of cool. He's gonna jump onto Barnabas's back whilst he's prone, and he's gonna cast Burning Hands down at this guy.
Yeah. The cool spell.
Dexterity saving throw.
I didn't know Will-O-Wisp has a +9 modifier to their dex.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cool, he fails, so that is this much
Strip
damage.
6.
Ugh.
Jesus.
Such a Micken fucking roll.
Fucking holds up a match.
I tried. Barnabas, it's your go. As he sort of he's gonna jump back down and take the opportunity attack.
Oh god, he's gonna fucking get himself killed.
Hits.
Oh, fuck.
He's still up. Oh no, wait, 7 plus 6. No, that does take him down. I misread his health. Yeah, he is knocked unconscious from that.
Injury check.
Yep, injury check.
You deserve to get injured.
He loses all his limbs.
Does pass. Just.
He explodes like an overripe plum. Yeah, Barney just stands up. It's like, come on. For the academy! And great sword.
Oh, yes! Inspiration.
You have to yell it. And fuck it, because it's awesome. I will pump 3 inspiration points into this.
What are you trying to do?
He's just trying to fucking bisect this guy vertically.
Roll an
like a guillotine coming down.
Roll your damage die up first. Let's see what you get.
First bit's maximized. So extra 3, so 15 plus 9 is 24.
You don't need to spend any inspiration die unless you want to be super cool. Because
of course I want to be super cool.
Oh, you tell me then. If you want to do something extra fucking cool with 3 inspiration die, then feel free to describe to me what you do.
I'm not sure if cool is the word an objective observer would use, but he bisects him, but not vertically, but diagonally. The greatsword comes down, and then as it cuts all the way through and the body starts to slip, he just fucking lurches forward and headbutts the top half so it goes flying back down the corridor.
Oh my God.
Blood trailing out behind it.
And it's very important you did this, Barney, because I've been making D6 rolls this entire thing.
Yeah.
And as you do this, you notice that on the dead body of the gift there was a force grenade that was in his hand, and it was slowly losing grip. And on a 5 or a 6, he would have let go, and he was dead, but his grip was on it. And that let go grip means it would have and exploded.
Oh my God.
He rolls the 5, you throw the head, and it goes tumbling down the corridor towards Rohan. Rohan, you realise the force grenade's rolled out of his hand. And you suddenly like, uh-oh. but then the head comes starting through its mouth directly open, and it's the perfect shot. The mouth catches the force grenade in it, and the force grenade tumbles up in the momentum, and it swallows it inside the mouth, gets caught at the back of the throat, and the head goes tumbling all the way towards the end of the corridor, 40 feet back, and the grenade explodes, and the gore from the head goes everywhere.
Rohan will just be like, that was fucking gnarly, man.
With that, combat is
Yep.
over.
Jeebus.
Barney, in his moment of glorious bloodlust, just turns around covered in gore, grips Micken by the scruff of the throat, and just says, "And don't you forget it."
Amazing.
And then drops him on his ass.
Why is that not playing for me? Just gonna restart the browser quickly. Combat.
Big Rohan would go over to Micken and be like, yeah, man,
Who is
I
unconscious?
like your
but-
burning hands.
Who is
No, he
unconscious?
just said it to his dead. He just said it to his unconscious corpse,
Which Barney did as well.
and he probably would try and stabilize him. Actually,
Okay, if you want to roll a medicine check. For me.
oh fuck!
Oh, for the seconds. I'm in the wrong one.
I don't have any spells left. I used them. Oh no, sorry. He could use Balmer for Summer Court because I haven't used that.
Hey,
Right.
Perfect. Let me just quickly get back in the game because it put me in the wrong
Balm
browser.
of Undercliff Village.
Oh, my internet.
well.
There's a special mold that grows in the back of the hut.
We should quickly have a look, see if there's any more around, though.
Yeah, you're right. We have
Just
to
go
be on
take the
guard.
break.
So, in the aftermath of this fight, you. So, quickly get my notes back up. So after the attack, you are. What are you doing? Are you making your way back to see where that ship might have docked and what's going on?
Just a quick look around to see if there's any more.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
So you make your way back to the sky dock, and looking out, you sort of as your pace runs up through Lara, see what's going on in the rest of the thing. This ship, now you see the damselfly ship is being chased away by another spelljamming vessel. You think another one that's come back from a mission to the academy and now is desperately chasing up. In fact, looking closely, you see that it looks like there are a number of cadets on board, perhaps on board like for a training exercise. You spot in the distance Cricklet, Fred, and Vina and other crew members on board with Bosun Tarto just before their graduation, who are helping chase off this damselfly ship, and now is fleeing at a rapid pace.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
you have repelled the attack on Spelljammer Academy and saved Micken Haverstance.
Oh
Yeah. I like Micken.
Heroes.
There's more to come though, because within the next 2 days, graduation day finally arrives, and you dress up in your best Spelljammer sort of regal attire, and you are brought before a graduation ceremony where each of you is brought forward and recognised for your deeds with great fanfare. The rest you see amongst you, many of your fellow cadets. You see Cricklet, Fred, Vina in particular, are standouts in the graduation, as they are recognised for their deeds in helping repel the damselfly ship, and also their efforts within the different simulations, and obviously in obtaining the tyrant ship. But none can really match how you've become the sort of heroes, the cult heroes amongst Spelljammer Academy, Team Moonhammer, as each of you steps forward, having on your first day here saved the Academy's founder in your own way from an assassination attack, saved Bosun Tato and Seth Abenzine, as you managed to bring, and multiple cadets, including Vina, after the simulation was sabotaged. You then helped acquire the tyrant ship and save the autonome Whizpop from the clockwork horrors, and you did your best to save Winston Rybat, unfortunately, who was lost, but in the process you did uncover the person who was behind the sabotage, Mikan Haverstance, working for the Mercane Vokath, an arch enemy of Mert the Merciless. You then went on to pilot that tyrant ship towards the planet of Hakath, recover a mysterious meteorite, return, and then repel an attack on the Academy by more of Mert's enemies attempting to free Mikan. The fanfare is incredible, and the clapping just begins as each instructor and student claps you out. Towards the end of the ceremony, Mert closes out with a few words memorialising those that were recently lost, and promises to keep Spelljammer Academy open and safe. And you are each gifted an item that, acquired by Bosun Tato herself, picked out for you in the time that they thought it was most suitable for you, each of you. So, let's go in alphabetical order. Barnabas, you can add the item Arcane Cannon to your inventory. If you don't know what that does, I will read it out for you.
Oh my god.
This large cannon is imbued with magic. It requires no ammunition and doesn't need to be loaded. It takes one action to aim the cannon, one action to fire it. After the cannon fires, it must recharge for 5 minutes before it can be fired again. There's a bunch of very powerful effects.
Jesus.
Oh, what the fuck? It's so incredible.
I told you I was going to give you some really fucking
Holy
good magic
shit.
items this campaign.
Yeah, that's amazing. Holy fuck. Yeah, he'd be like a fucking stars in his eyes anime person. Just like, oh.
In fact, I'm going to give...
Beautiful.
I'll give Rohan's last, because I think it's probably the most fitting magic item. So, Rulara, you get the Staff of Dunamancy.
Whoa.
What's that?
I'll get the description so I can read it. This staff of polished grey wood bears numerous runes carved along its length. The staff has 10 charges and regains 1d6 plus 4 at dawn. If you expend the last charge, you have a chance of destroying it. Whilst holding the staff, you can use an action to expend 2 or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells. You can cast Fortune's Favour, Pulse Wave, or Gravity Sinkhole. All very,
Whoa.
very powerful spells.
Yeah. Holy shit. Well, I'm going to be using Gravity Sinkhole. Google why.
Finally, Rohan, you receive a robe of stars.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Very.
Which I demand you look at the picture at in particular, because I will post it in the chat, because it's fucking awesome for Rohan. This black or dark blue robe is embroidered with small white or silver stars. You gain 1+1 bonus to saving throws whilst you wear it. 6 stars currently located on the upper front portion are particularly large. Whilst wearing the robe, you can use an action to pull off one of the stars and use it to cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell.
Jesus.
Nice.
You can also enter the astral plane along with everything you are wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use your action to return to the plane you were on.
Oh.
What? Let's just go into the astral
Yeah.
plane.
I'm going to the moon!
I need to get some art of Rohan with that on. That's fucking sick.
Yeah. Giant Rohan with his Shillelagh Great Club.
It's so difficult though, because you don't want to. Oh, remove stars reappear.
They do.
How long do they take to reappear?
I believe. Let's have a look. It should say in the description, I believe. Daily at dusk, 1d6 remove stars daily at dusk. Reappear on the road.
Damn. It's fucking awesome. God, there's gonna be some powerful shit we're going after.
Yeah, man.
So, the graduation ceremony is incredible in its own right, but the partying after is even more exciting as you all join your fellow cadets in revelry and excitement at the Tear of the Goddess. No, sorry, the Weeping Goddess. I always say Tear of the Goddess, sorry. The Weeping Goddess Tavern. You are treated to a grand feast, drinks supplied to you all evening, and it is an incredibly enjoyable night.
Yeah.
Rilara,
Mm.
in the aftermath of your celebration of your graduation upon Spelljammer Academy, you think you lay in your bunk and you look out the window and you feel proud of yourself, of what you've achieved here, what you came here to achieve, and now you are a fully fledged member of the Spelljammer Corps, and you look out the window onto the waters, the sea that surrounds the island of Nimbrau, and you think back to the small golden light that you saw, almost like a meteor shower that fell to the waters beneath the academy, only what seems like a few days ago, but was in reality weeks ago now. Suddenly, a loud crash sounds throughout the academy, and the earth begins to shake violently beneath your feet. You hear the dull roar of a distant eruption. Cadets and instructors alike rush to the windows and balconies of the academy. Joining them, you see a sinuous, crystalline vine that erupts from the ocean below, so tall that it dwarfs the Isle of Nimbral itself. Screams of panic, explosions, fire, and brimstone begin to rise from all around you. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Holy fuck.
Cliffhangers.